Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. From A to B.
Uncut. Is that you?
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered cast on
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Shardouts Uncut. We are episode 201, and we are on our way to infinity. I don't know, and beyond.
Or 202.
Or 202, if we make it. Robert probably won't, because we're going to sell him for a toaster. Today, we have everybody with us. Thank God. I'm sorry I had to miss a little early last week, but, school and, my life matters sometimes. So anyway, I'm going to tell a story about this. And no, I'm just kidding. How's everybody doing? I'm going to introduce, let's do a B12K, which he can be called B12K now, Bobby Skullface.
I'm doing quite well, Matthew.
Fuck yeah.
I made the leap today. Can I tell my story? Can I tell a little story?
Please do. I love your stories.
All right. So earlier this week, they announced the Hot Toys they showed the pictures for the Hot Toys Justice League Wonder Woman, and it caught my fancy, and I sent it to my wife just like, hey, check this out, because she's a Wonder Woman fan, and she wrote me back and she said, you need this.
Nice.
And I wrote her back and I was like, look, I haven't decided how I feel about this yet in terms of collecting them. And I was like, because it's not just this one, like this would be the beginning of something else. And she's like, I understand, but you need it.
That's awesome.
And I was like,
Enabler!
If I do this, you can't say shit about any this Hot Toy shit from now on.
Wow, turning the script on her, man. Flip that script. You would have been begging for that toy had she not said that.
Anyway, she was like, I know, I understand. And then she, so anyway, I pre-ordered a Wonder Woman tonight.
Dude, you need to go buy her a steak dinner, man, because she is fucking awesome.
Movie Wonder Woman, though.
Come Friday morning, she's going to have some divorce papers, and she's going to be like, you need these two.
Yeah. The reviews, it's getting trashed in the reviews.
Justin Lee. I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The pre's were... The Twitters and stuff were pretty positive, but yeah.
Yeah, but the ones that came out today, it was Variety, something else, Washington Post, and New York Times, I think. Variety, Washington Post, and New York Times, they all trashed it.
Well, it sounds like the same issue with Batman vs Superman. They chopped it up too much.
See, like there's the good news for me is that most of the complaints have been like, it's too dark.
Oh,
and
come on!
I'm like, perfect. That's what I want. And the only thing is like they're like, at least they break it up with some jokes here and there, and then I'm like, ugh, get it out of here.
Yeah, it's too dark. They need to turn on a flashlight. That's
all I really hope for is that there's a Martha scene. That's all I want.
Dude, I tell you, that like the Batman vs Superman, the fucking director's cut, I still stand behind that shit. That shit is an 8 out of 10 to me. The theatrical cut, 6 out of 10. The director's cut, 8 out of 10. That shit is on a different plane.
I have the director's cut. I stand behind it in my bed because I fell asleep trying to watch it. So someday. Well, someday.
Yeah, you might have a limited extension span. You probably like Guardians too.
It's possible.
Oh shit!
I wonder what a fucking 10 out of 10 for Bobby Big is.
The Dark Knight is a 10 out of 10. War for the Planet of the Apes is a 10 out of 10.
Of course it is. Okay.
They're few and far between. That's what makes them special, Matt.
Hans Zimmer live at Lincoln Center, 2015. 10 out of 10.
With Bobby Skullface underwear.
Justin?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I have not watched it myself yet because I was at work and then I was doing this wonderful podcast. But apparently, Funny or Die did a Martha's fake commentary for the entirety of I don't know if it's the entirety. It was led me to believe the entirety of Batman vs Superman, where Martha Wayne and Martha Kent do a commentary over the movie.
Nice.
Wow.
Where Martha Wayne, like the part that was reported was the Martha Wayne's like, I don't think people need to see this, and I really get tired of seeing me die over and over and over again.
Nice. I'd have to see it. Sounds
everybody's got to do it though. You know, like if I feel
Bobby, everybody's got to do it, but they didn't have to do it like 8 times. That's the only thing.
What do you mean?
Like that movie, they kept jumping back to like that super awesome cinematic of her necklace getting caught on the gun as it's recoiling, so it breaks the chain. Like that shit, they played it so many times. Like, okay, we get it. She died.
Spoilers.
No, they don't.
I don't think you watched it recently because they moved.
That was Negan and old girl for Walking Dead.
You saying you're not a real fan, Bobby?
Yeah, I don't think they do.
Let's see.
Did you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I know one movie where they didn't redo the same origin story scenes over and over. Maybe you saw it. It was called Homecoming.
Spider-Man.
But, man, you know what that movie is? Motherfucker's a thief. He went to Mr. Delmar's. He got a sandwich. He said it'll be $5, or that was the menu price. He grabbed some fucking Funyuns or some shit, and he left a $5 bill on the counter.
So
he stole the fucking Funyuns.
He deserves it, though.
What's
he
up with
deserves
that
Funyuns, man.
Yeah, that is questionable, isn't it?
Yeah, that's questionable behavior for friendly neighborhood thiefer man.
I think this is the longest introduction for Bobby ever.
But I will tell you, I'm watching the Marvel movies, and we just finished Thor. Thor is when the bullshit jokes begin.
The second one?
The first one.
Oh,
the second one gets carried away.
A little darker.
It is a little darker. At the end, it makes up for it. It has like when he like catches the train and he's that woman like the 6. Am I right? But it's the first Thor. That's when the bullshit jokes start, and they're minimal, but that's ground zero.
Like throwing the plates on the floor. Another.
The beer glass on the floor.
That's why Marvel will always be better than DC because it just is.
I mean, I don't know if. I mean, in what way? I like them both. You guys are more of the I like Marvel, I don't like DC folks.
No, I enjoyed Wonder Woman. I'm excited for Justice. I did too. I loved Wonder Woman, and I'm excited to see Justice League tomorrow or Friday.
Are you going tomorrow?
No, Friday I think.
Oh, okay. But I'm going, and I'm telling you, I got bad feelings about this movie. I got real bad feelings. It looks like a CGI shit show.
I read a review today where they said Cyborg looks like all of his individual elements exist on different planes of existence.
Dude, I read this review. Like, I just read the headline, because Just told me that some reviews were out. So I was looking up reviews, and he found one that said, like, hold on, it's worth looking. But he found one, and I found one, and I thought they were the same, but his was different. His was Justice League, an overstuffed mess of heroes. Mine was Justice League. So this is worth saying. So his was from Atlantic, whatever the Atlantic is. Mine was from the New York Times, and it said I'm sorry. It was from Vanity Fair. It said Justice League is a big, ugly mess.
God damn.
And it's less than 2 hours. That scares me too. It just
that's what the introduction of new characters and things like that.
Exactly.
Do y'all get the feeling that Aquaman is going to be the kind of the jokester thing, and that he's going to be making stupid jokes like what Marvel does?
Yeah,
that's Flash. Yeah, Flash.
I think Flash is
Flash. Okay, but I think Aquaman's going to be a couple.
Aquaman's going to be problematic also because I think they're trying too hard to make him cool.
Yeah, tattoo him up and shit.
Yeah.
Well, Flash has gotten almost universal praise as far as go, which is cool. Like, that's fine. I like him.
They should do a new Flash Gordon movie. Oh, that would be so good.
Did you see that thing, Bobby, where they said that the actor, I can never remember his fucking fucking name? Jason Bada. Yes, Jason Voorhees. He connected. He was like, "Yeah, I pulled Superman out of the water in Man of Steel." Like he said, yeah, like it's so fucking weird to me, and I can't find any other reference like other than what he said. But I guess in Man of Steel, when he was saving the guys on the drilling platform, and he was holding it up, and he went under the water, and then like he pops back up, the guy, like, yeah, that was Aquaman that held him up and kept him from drowning. And I'm like, can Superman even drown? Like,
well, like. See, like a lot of the reviews I've been reading are like, you know, we're trying so hard not to be as dark and ridiculous as Man of Steel. I'm like, Man of Steel is still my favorite DCEU film.
To be clear, by the way, he said that in an interview. It's not in the movie or anything.
Right. No,
well, there's a reference because he says apparently there's like a Batman's like, Superman, ever heard of him? And he's like, yeah, we crossed paths. And that was his explanation for that one.
You know, I just realized that the music to Man of Steel sounds like the music to The Natural.
Is Oprah going to be in this? Okay, well, moving along.
Well, oh, wow, Matthew, moving along. Whoa, good job.
Thank you, Bobby. For
jump to me next so we can extend this.
Okay. Coming up next up to the plate is Greg for Mercy.
So I was reading an interview that said that they didn't see old Willem Dafoe in it. That like he got cut from the final cut of the movie as the Green advisor. Goblin? Yeah, he was the Green Goblin. He was fucking DC. He's fucking pissed all over the movie.
He came in a glider and said, "Fuck y'all, I'm out."
That seems weird to me too. I don't know. I've read a bunch of reviews though with different with various like discrepancies. I'm wondering if some of these people aren't just like, oh god, it's Batman versus Superman 2, and just didn't pay attention.
Yeah,
I'm being generous here, Bobby.
I hear you. I'm taking it in. I'm taking it in.
And I like Man of Steel. I like Superman Returns.
That's a confession.
No, yeah, that was a good movie.
I like Wonder Woman. I did not like Batman versus Superman. And Suicide Squad, I was like 5 out of 10 on. So it's like.
Did you like A Quest for Peace?
Was that the one with Richard Pryor?
Yes.
Yes, I did. Because I like Richard Pryor.
What about the fourth one with the nail guy?
What was the one?
No, that's 4.
Is that that
nuclear guy?
Oh,
he's got long fingernails.
I loved that movie as a kid.
Nuclear.
Dude, I loved that shit.
Now, I love the third one, too. I love Richard Pryor. I thought that was a good one, too.
What was the one where he spun the planet backwards?
It was a good one.
That was the first one.
Was it the first one?
Yep.
Yeah. But my favorite one was the second one. All time.
The second one is the best one, I feel like. That's not just...
I did like the third one. I mean, it's kind of goofy now, but Richard Pryor was fucking hilarious.
Oh, wait, shit. Before someone grabs a hold of this, one of your followers, Bobby, I liked Return to Superman, but I denounced Kevin Spacey and his actions.
Disclaimer. He claimed he was gay in it, wasn't he?
Hey, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on the record. When I was 14 years old, if Kevin Spacey would have tried to pick me up and throw me on the bed, I'm fucking Kevin Spacey up.
But would you watch
sexual way?
It didn't matter. It doesn't.
Suspects.
Robert, yeah, I would watch Usual Suspects right now. I'm not throwing out that DVD. Robert,
tear that ass up. Is that what you meant?
No, I'm saying that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what his intentions were.
Boing.
But if Kevin Spacey had tits, though, you would have thought about it.
No, because I'd have been like, why is your hairline so fucked up as a woman?
Fucked up hairlines, man.
But even if he was like, let's take a plane ride, I'd be like, don't touch me, Kevin Spacey. I'm 14 years old.
Touch my nipples.
Fucking touch Matt's nipples instead, yes.
Nipples! Hey,
touch Chris Gardner's nipples.
How you doing?
He's into that.
I'm
here. Any Batman stories or Superman stories?
Nope, but I am going to make it a mission to go ahead and count that scene, see how many times it shows up.
Okay. Are you watching it right now?
I was thinking about it, but I am not.
And moving along, my best buddy. No, I'm just kidding. Robert D. How you doing, guy?
Batman Forever is the best DC movie ever made. Because Poison Ivy's hot.
Are you a Uma Thurman guy?
Yeah, isn't that Uma Thurman?
Guy. Yeah, it's not for me.
Listen,
if
Uma Thurman walked up and grabbed your junk, you wouldn't be suing her for sexual harassment, okay?
Look,
Bobby?
let me tell you something. If Rosie O'Donnell walked up and grabbed my junk, I wouldn't sue her for sexual harassment. My junk likes to get grabbed on.
I know.
True. She was all right in Kill Bill. She looked, with that blood all over her. She looked decent.
Ew, Matthew.
She's fine. She got a little bit of like a praying mantis face.
Bite your head off.
Uh-oh.
I thought that's what a praying mantis sounded like. I thought that's what it was.
Oh, what?
Praying mantis. Fuck
and Matt, what do you call two...
Mantis.
What do you call the plural of praying mantis? I'll give you $100 if you know this without Googling it.
Praying mantis.
No, it's praying mantids. Anyway, moving along.
No shit.
I have breaking news, just real quick. I just at 8:08 p.m. got my biopsy results via the internet, and it is benign.
Let's make some noise for that, goddammit.
I don't have cancer.
But you had the hippie shakes though.
Oh my god!
What did you say?
You had the hippie shakes.
The what shakes?
The
hippie shakes.
I don't know what that. What's that reference?
That bad medicine.
All right, Matt.
What's that reference? What's the hippie?
It's the hippie shake. It's a
Greg's
song.
more offended at the musical reference.
Oh, I'm not offended at any of it. I was curious.
It's a hippie shake because you took some bad medicine like Bon Jovi.
Oh yeah, I don't know that song. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you do. You know Bon Jovi. Don't like you don't know Bon Jovi.
Oh, I know Bon Jovi, but I don't know that song.
You never heard Hippie Shake by Bon Jovi?
No.
Oh,
bad
the hippie shake. Oh yeah. No.
What was it? Living on a Prayer?
It's fine.
God,
I've never heard that. Justin's never heard "Call Me Out" by Paul Simon.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah,
I'm sure I have, but I don't know.
You can call me out.
You could be my bodyguard. I could be your long lost pal. Dun, 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 dun,
that shit is rocking.
Yeah, that's the fucking.
Chevy Chase, man.
I'm sorry, Justin. I'm gonna let you finish, but just real quick, it was funny when he posted in the chat. He's like, "Yeah, I guess I'm not cool enough to know better. Call me Al." And I'm like, "Dude, this Paul Simon. It's like dad music."
My problem
Saturday
is I don't
Drive.
recognize most lyrics or anything like that or names of
Yeah,
songs.
It was funny to me though. Like it made me chuckle. It was. I don't want to say cute, like in like no homo, as the kids are saying.
Bobby loves that.
But it was one of those moments for me.
It was a late '80s song. I'll say about 88.
Yeah, the height of Chevy Chase's popularity.
It's the kind of song that you would change the channel on just like as soon as you heard like a fucking Paul Simon song come on, you just fucking change it.
Gotcha.
Not me. I was fucking.
I mean, Phil. What's his face from?
Phil Collins.
Phil Collins. Paul Simon's the guy we're talking
Sister
about.
Studio.
Yeah,
I love that song, man.
I hate him. Horrible.
No,
because he got a big ball head.
Every fucking song.
All right, did I introduce everybody? Yeah, I introduced everybody.
You're racist. You didn't do Robert D.
Yeah, I did. I said Greg for Mercy. You got any Batman or Superman stories?
I said you didn't do Robert D.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did. Let's do it. Hey, Robert D, how you doing? You all right, fella?
Justin, I cut you off, and I'm sorry. I said I was going to let you finish, but Matt was like, fuck that guy.
It's all good. I don't think I have
You Kanye West or something? Let you finish? No? Remember that?
That was the reference.
All right. So, let's move on to, did y'all get anything? We always got something. Greg for Mercy, what'd you get this week, man?
I got 2 Praetorian Guards. I got the...
Is that the
retail
thumbnail?
release.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is that the red thumbnail?
Yes.
Okay.
Justin's like, I'm gonna let you finish.
No. I'm just like I don't know the character.
But the Emperor had the best guard of all time.
Apparently. Well, apparently they had a goatee like Justin, because I didn't realize the 3 3/4 version of the Emperor's Guard, you can take the mask off.
Ooh.
And they kind of look like Justin a little bit.
Ooh.
I'll find a picture later and I'll post it in the G3.
Sexy.
So yeah, I got the Amazon exclusive, and I got the retail version, and then I ordered off Amazon, and apparently I had the exclusive version on pre-order and didn't remember it, so I got 2. And I got Snoke and his throne. I got a second version because Amazon fucked up the first time. So that's going to be going back. Yeah, good. I got no Transformers or transforming accessories.
Good.
And I got the shakes from Some Bad Medicine.
Hippie shake.
I got the hippie shake. Apparently, whatever the fuck that is. I had full body tremors while I was driving. While I was driving my car, and I potentially almost got into a wreck. So yeah.
Is it better now?
Pretty funny matter. Yeah, it is better. I didn't have them again today, so it was just a one-off, which is consistent with reports of the side effect. So
is the medicine good to go or no good?
I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day to know.
Okay.
Luckily, I have a very good primary physician, and I trust his opinion.
Oh, that's good.
Whose?
My primary care physician.
His doctor.
Yeah, my dirt.
All right. Well, hey Justin, did you get anything, man?
Like usual for like everybody here, I think, except for probably Bobby. I got no Transformer related things. What I actually got, let's see. Man, what did I get? I can't even remember myself. I got the last stuff I needed for my Proton Pack minus the lenses, so everything is kind of ready to go, but I need those darn lenses to come in. I got... It's very Ghostbusters. I'm changing my podcast. Sorry, guys.
We lost somebody.
Someone didn't care about what I got, jerk. Anyway, I got the... Of course it was Greg who didn't care what I got.
I put my headphones down on the laptop and it hit the touchpad and hung up. I was trying to move something around.
Very nice. Let's see, I got the Diamond Select Ghostbusters, which is an upgrade from those Five Below Ghostbusters, but not much. And a Figuarts Marshmallow Man. I got that.
Ooh.
And a Detox to make a Ghostbusters display. So my first and only Detox.
Man.
Thank you.
May I ask what you paid for the Marshmallow Man?
I gotta look it up.
If you tell me no, I won't be offended.
Hold on.
$59.99.
No.
Because I would like to buy one too.
$79.99.
Hold on a second. I'll let you know. Something's going on. Be right back.
Uh-oh. Hangs up.
Oh.
Good.
Okay, good. Hey, Robert D. What did you get, fella?
I got the... that's a little orgasmic of me. I got the faction symbol for Omega Supreme. Thank you to Greg from Mercy for sharing the information that it existed, because it's nice. It's perfect.
Shout out to that guy.
You. And, I mean... You see how I feel so bad for other people. They slap up a small little Autobot logo on it, and it doesn't look right. And then the people who got this logo, they automatically, me included, post a picture of the Omega with the proper looking chest logo. It really makes a big difference. Yeah, Bobby, did you get that?
No, I didn't get it.
Do they still have them available, Greg?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would order it from Toy Dojo because the guy who actually produces it, he sells it for the same price. I don't know if Toy Dojo, I don't know if they charge shipping at Toy Dojo for it. But the guy that sells it, that sells it on TFW, he is out of town for the entire month. So his store's on hold. So if you do order it from him, you're gonna have to wait until after the 1st of next month to get yours. So if time is a problem, then order it from Toy Dojo.
How much was it?
$9.99 or something, $9.50, something like that.
Yeah, it was less than $10, but I mean it makes the piece. It really makes a tremendous difference of having a blank space there or putting a sticker on the smaller logo, because it fills in the whole spot. It's really good. It's
piece
a nice
of resistance.
It's beautiful. I'm surprised. I'm shocked, Bobby. I guess if it don't come free, Bobby, don't use it.
Shut the fuck up.
They don't say face toy thing. Looking at it.
Well, I heard that Bobby did the box art for it, so.
Mine came wrapped in bubble wrap in an envelope. What else did I get? I got Unique Toys Peru Kill. And he's on his way to Bobby, and then he's making his way to Justin, and then Matt.
Sloppy thirds.
Yeah.
Don't manhandle it, Matt. Don't manhandle it.
Matt is subscriber privilege.
It is.
Oh, that hurts. Why don't you take that knife out the back, you dickwad?
It's honestly, it might be, like best transforming robot of the year. Like, it's really that good.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
I'm really trying to. I'm really hyping it up too to Bobby particularly because I want him to kind of be inclined to not like it, so that then he gets a lot of hate comments. Yeah. It's a good fig, man. Like,
I mean, like everybody says it's great, Like, so I don't have any doubts.
It's so funny because it transcends like a connection to the character even. The fact that he was a main character in the movie is cool. It's another thing to like have Blackout, and you pay for a masterpiece scale. At least this was like a main character in that movie, so it evokes that still.
Hey Robert, how many goods do you think you'll get out of Bobby's review? It's good.
How many what?
How many goods? All right, just move along.
I mean, I feel like Bobby might be tempted to pick it up just because of
fuck no.
What engine?
Fuck no.
Might be tempted.
Who the fuck do you think I am? You got me confused.
You got me confused with the looks.
Like the last figure to impress me in this way was Carrie. And
this thing would have to make me a sandwich.
It almost can.
I just don't give a shit. Like, let me ask you a question. If I were to let you look at the most beautifully designed Rainbow Bright
Hot Toys,
just perfect, just super cartoon accurate.
Yeah, but that's not on par because it's not a Transformer.
Right, but I mean, what if it was just the articulation, the way that the joints looked when she moved? It was seamless. It was seamless, Robert.
Seamless.
Would you be like, oh my god, like it's so good. I don't give a fuck about Rainbow Bright, but it's just so goddamn good that I need to have one.
It's not the same. It's not a Transformer.
But I'd be more inclined to get a Rainbow Bright.
I know you would. Billy J. Boing. We're gonna make that interview happen, Bobby.
Dude, I'm up for it.
I know you are.
So to speak.
All you gotta do is pay $5 and she'll come see you. He will come see you.
I have an argument for that potential situation, but you know what? My pill's kicking in, and I don't feel the need to make it.
Good.
So,
is it all right to mix alcohol in the pill?
Is it all right to mix?
Is it a red or blue pill?
Your face.
I don't think you're supposed to mix them.
Your face.
No, I would argue that a Rainbow Bright figure is pretty far removed from another figure within the same Transformers like brand. Does that make sense? Like a Lockdown. I think while it's a dramatic, different representation of a Transformers character, it's less far removed than Rainbow Bright.
Oh no, I definitely agree. Generally speaking, but in terms of like my love,
yeah, no, I hear you. Yeah,
right.
no, I hear you.
Man,
just to make an argument, because
yep.
Opinions are better when there are arguments there.
If you don't feel the slightest inkling to be like, I wish I had a connection. I wish I had a connection to this character. I don't know.
That could very well happen. That could very well happen. Like, what did I look at? Howling the Galaxy Meteor.
Yeah.
Like I wish I wanted that. What did I just look at recently? That was perfect. It was fucking perfect. The Pirates, Johnny Depp.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Jack Sparrow. I wish I wanted that. It's perfect. But I don't. I don't want it. I don't want shit that I don't give a fuck about. It's just...
I want it. I don't want it.
You're so cool.
I'm not cool. I'm
regular. Robert, what else do you get, Robert?
If we collected toys based on engineering alone, like if we were
a lot of toys.
if we collected based on designs, I don't know about that. Like if we collected like our favorite engineering, well, we wouldn't collect a whole lot of mainline stuff. But I could see, that would be a big buy. But if you don't, that's the new thing. If you're not into movie stuff, yeah. But I do feel the temptations personally with that figure as well.
It's just so impressive.
I mean, it's getting rave reviews across the board from what I hear.
It is.
Like a good rave or a bad rave?
Like glow sticks?
The only raves I know are good raves, man. And I say that to say this: I've never been to a rave. I kind of feel like I lost out on something. Like
I'll come up and stay with you, and we'll go to a rave, and I'll make you a sandwich.
Okay, you're welcome to do all those things, but I haven't. Did you go to a rave, Matt? You don't strike me as a guy to be at a rave.
No.
I can't picture Matt in those
Germany,
Can you imagine Matt in those super wide pants? Like he just look like a mushroom.
Those pants aren't exclusive to raves. They were
wear them on the DL.
Those were part of the '90s music scene in general, and just
wallet chains.
Yeah, that wasn't part of raves either, Robert.
Hey, Robert, do you anything else, man?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Can I add? I've been to exactly 3 raves in my life, and those were all 3 in a month when I considered selling MDMA pills.
Good.
Well, good.
When you considered what?
Oh, I was selling MDMA / ecstasy pills. Yeah, I tried it for about a month. Yeah, and it wasn't a profitable venture on the scale I was doing it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I ate them all.
He got the popo after him.
I'll sell you one, but it's $500. I got to make up for all the pills I ate.
Pretty much how it went down.
Can you rub my jaw, please?
Robert,
Can you rub my jaw?
Robert, this is the one time that you were almost 100% on point.
You think we can get a washing machine for him? Hey, Bobby.
Yes, sir.
What'd you get, man?
I got the courtesy of Mr. Pinkerton. Like this just.
You mean Adam?
This is just my luck. I went into a Walmart at one side of town, and he went into the Walmart on the other side of town.
Aww.
Mine had nothing. His had what I needed. So he got me a Ray's speeder.
Aww.
Black Series for $30. They're on sale for like $30 at Walmart these days. And then he had to some lady ended up giving him some shit. He had to fucking fight for it. So thank you.
Oh, he will too. I've been with him in the stores. He will fucking get loud.
His
in
wife
that motherfucking store.
His wife.
It's funny as shit, man.
Now, is that what you would call keeping it real goes wrong?
No,
you went to your
wrong.
No, not that.
Shit, though he gets the shit. He makes shit happen when he gets loud.
So my question is, what does that Pinkerton approach look like? Is it scary?
Yeah, I didn't get to see it, because I was at the other.
Oh,
Walmart.
it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Which is what I was referencing. Bobby went to his Walmarts in the hood. They didn't have shit. And Pinkerton went to this nice high-dollar golf course Walmarts.
I haven't. He could have gone. Theoretically, he could have gone to one or two, but I'll have to get with him on that. I got the TIE Fighter pilot from Battlefront.
Nice.
I got Chirrut, Hot Toys Chirrut.
Nice.
I didn't.
Chirrut is on fire.
I couldn't have. I couldn't have Joe call me a racist.
No.
Did you get base?
He is not up for pre-order yet.
Oh, okay. I was going to say racist.
I got what else? Oh, I got the opportunity to look at via Titan One the RC from Toy World. Yeah, it's not very
hey, big hands.
It's funny, man. Like there's a lot right with it, but there's a lot wrong with it too.
The lips or
no, the face sculpt is fucked.
Damn it.
Yeah, but yeah, they got a lot right, but unfortunately not enough.
I'll put my face on it. It looks better. All right, is that all you got? Or you check up?
I think so. I can double check. Yeah, that's it.
Good job, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks. No,
All right. It is my turn. And I'm doing all right. Today, this past week, I actually got some stuff. I picked up the last night's Squeaks Drift.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I did, and I just put the review up for it too, and I like it, Bobby. I really like it. It's good. I mean, it is. You know, it's weird looking and everything, but I like some. You know, the stuff on it. I like it. It's good. So whatever. I gave it a 7. 7 Hell Hasbros.
So you didn't really like it then?
No, it's not.
Seven's a really low number for you, Matt. If you gave an official Hasbro project a 7, you really didn't like it. That's what I'm saying.
Matt, I've seen you give a vegetable a 7 before.
And they're pretty good too sometimes. I got Drift and I got Nitro Zeus or Decepticon Nitro, and I got to check out the DX9 Dinobots. Thank you, Robert. I have to get them out to you, and I didn't like them very much.
He didn't like them, but he likes fucking Squeaks.
I like them. I like the DX9. The Dinobots are cool. I love them. Oh damn! Did somebody faint?
Whoa! Who died? Someone got hit by lightning.
Okay.
I think it was Bobby.
No, I'm fine.
That's Greg.
I'm fine.
That's Justin.
Nope.
You're Justin?
I'm good. I wasn't.
Are you okay? Justin was just
something.
like, I'm good. Like you just got fucking
so slurring.
Did you just have a seizure and then try to blame it on someone else?
I think so.
I wish.
And my final gift, I got a gift from Robert D, which he didn't have to do this. I got a Fanstoys Coot. Fanstoys Coot.
Oh man, Robert, get you shit you actually want.
Hey, Bobby, I'm getting a broken Batman. So, you know, there's that. He's like, do you have a connection to this? I'm like, not at all. He's like, well, I'll send it to you anyway. I'm like, okay.
Not at all.
I'm like, I will go ahead and fix it and throw it on eBay and give you the money back. He's like, whatever. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then I'll fix it and I'll keep whatever. But seriously, SCU people, there will be an Adam West, Nika Toys Batman that starts for $5 on eBay. That's how little my connection.
I'll do it back.
So I got Coot, and I haven't looked at him much, but he looks beautiful in robot mode. I haven't transformed him yet, which I've heard is a pain in the ass.
Damn, I got a fucking heart from
Bobby.
Bobby.
Skullface thing?
No, I got a heart from Bobby on a just now, apparently, on a Facebook comment.
Oh, that's nice. YouTube, yeah, YouTube's heart.
A few moments ago.
And I put together.
I just got notifications.
I put one of my details together finally, and I'll put the other one up, and I'll start putting some stuff on there, and I gotta put some lights on it or something. And I think that was it. Yeah, it was a pretty good week. So I guess we're gonna move on. Or do we want to talk about Justice League or Star Wars or anything before we talk Transformers?
Let's talk Star Wars actually.
New TV spot this week that was kind of trash.
I didn't watch it.
Oh,
it's so close.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
Well, it was like one new scene with Finn, one new scene with it was one new scene with Poe and one new scene with Leia.
Oh, where she croaks?
Hey man.
That's not it? No? Too soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna call some of those goons on Little Rock, come pay you a visit.
Oh, that's not nice. Anyways, all right, well, let's talk about okay, we're done.
Yeah, apparently fan theory is Battlefront 2 spoils some issues with Rey, which I guess parallels things that happened in a book that was kind of, I think, universally kind of dismissed a year or so ago. So I'm not sure what the re-up with that is. I don't know.
I'll have to look into that.
I guess some people have a baby on a planet, and people just assume it's Rey.
Well, I mean, you remember I lived through the era where everybody thought Jin was Rey's mom.
Yeah, I think I was a lot. It was early. I remember some of it, like at the end. It was a little before my time, but yeah, I seem to remember that too. Yeah. Snoke apparently still Obi-Wan, and Yeah.
Good.
I heard he had a stormtrooper that hit his head.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right, well, we're going to talk about Transformers a little bit.
Yeah.
We got movie news, more movies.
Next.
So there's a new agreement.
Actually, disclaimer real quick. For the people that are like, this happened 3 weeks ago. This is actually the show notes I assembled for last week's episode when we decided to not do show.
Yeah.
Into new stuff. So, yeah, it's 2 weeks old. Get it over yourself.
That show went over pretty well.
Did it?
It did.
It did.
I had some complaints, but
shout out to the minister. Unfortunately, minister, you got your request in just as we excuse me, filled up our show. God, I got another one coming.
Oh yeah.
Tried to mute. Did it catch any of it? I tried.
Oh, you got the whole fucking.
No, we got all of it.
I think I got hit in the face with that one.
All over your mic, man.
Sorry. But
yeah, we're sorry, man.
Sneezers. He's one of those attention-grabbing sneezers.
Minister, we would have loved to have had you on, but unfortunately, we just booked up before.
Yeah,
2 hours.
Couple hours.
Well, let's call him right now. Let's give him a call.
Yeah,
what's
if I
up?
had his contact, I would.
Anyways, there's a new agreement between Hasbro and Paramount.
Yay.
Stuff.
Next.
So,
The movies must actually improve.
So, yeah, okay. I guess next.
Well, I mean, what's the agreement?
Paramount Pictures and Hasbro to produce and distribute live-action and animated content under 5-year exclusive relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, this sounds less like a fucking agreement, more like a threat. That's just me.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Why would they threaten them though, Greg?
No, they're threatening us.
They're threatening us, Matt.
See, I don't catch on to your little Gregisms.
Barbs. They're called barbs.
Under Nickelodeon.
Like the dead chick from Stranger Things. Spoilers.
Mm.
So we might see some on Nickelodeon. With the exception of Transformers Prime, animated, and Robots in Disguise. They're under Cartoon Network control. Whatever.
We get a Transformers Cyberverse to Nick. All right.
Well, that makes sense.
Well, and then when Disney buys Hasbro, they're going to be on that Disney streaming service, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Well, good on them, man.
I'd be okay with Disney buying Hasbro.
This would be a good place to just say, breaking news. I did put it in... Please don't. I didn't put it in the notes because it just didn't really seem like something like to talk about. Yeah, it's funny for you too. It's like Mo and Larry over here. So Hasbro supposedly was in talks to buy Mattel or to incorporate Mattel, and apparently that was fake news. They made an offer, and Mattel's like, "Go fuck yourself." That was as of like 5:30 this afternoon. So for people wondering, that's where that was.
Well, that's a shame. Maybe Mattel can go ahead and put some goddamn articulation in their action figures.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Do you
Also,
know what a fucking human looks like?
Or support their best brand, which was He-Man. But, you know.
Also, they're, interestingly enough, Mattel did the same thing to Hasbro a couple years ago when Hasbro was in the dumps, and Hasbro told them to go fuck themselves. So there might be, like, some more... like tit for tat here at work than what we know.
Well, let's not do tit for tat and let's learn how to make an action figure. How's that sound?
Yeah, I'm with you. I was thinking, like, I was getting like low key excited. I was like, man, if Hasbro could do like DC Legends, I'd be all over that shit.
Why would you want a Tic Tac though?
This is the stuff that the fake news media won't tell you, but we don't cover it because we're not the media. We're commentators. So
Mattel's doing tic-tac-toe?
All right, Paramount loses. What do they do? Paramount loses Chinese hackers.
Does it really say hackers?
Yeah.
Or did somebody... No, I feel like someone changed it.
You know what? I think it was a worthwhile change. I gotta give him credit for that.
Dude, Matt is like Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, I'll read it, whatever it says, man. I don't give a fuck.
Matt's the Ron Burgundy of Transformer fans.
I don't give a fuck. All right.
What it really said is Paramount loses backers.
Oh, backers. Okay. That makes sense.
Somebody changed it. I can look that shit up, Robert, and find out who did it.
It doesn't matter. It's all good. It makes good entertainment.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What would they do? Let's see. Paramount was investing $1 billion to promote distribute movies in China. Moved away from the deal. Let's see. They would fund 25% of. Yeah, didn't we know that this happened a while back too? Weren't they? They backed out because of what happened to AOE or something, or TLK or something?
They were arguing, but this.
Okay. So yeah, they've been going back and forth for a while.
Just so you know, Matt. By the way, I only put this news in here for you. I would have deleted this segment a long time ago, but I do it for you because I know you enjoy it.
Jordan does too.
I like it.
Oh, shout out to Jordan.
All right, yeah, that's a good dude. Mohawk.
Not that Jordan. Jordan Harrington. He's always commenting. He gets
Michael
very
Jordan.
Upset. Yes, Michael Jordan, number 23. He gets very upset.
Who did he play for, Bobby?
The Bulls. Mac.
Oh, look at you.
What was his college team?
Coming out of the sports closet. What? This college
And the Yankees.
Man,
he played. He didn't make it to the Yankees. He was in the
you guys are
AA or AAA.
Made it to the big leagues.
I feel like you guys are talking about.
No, he did. Who did he play at college?
You guys ain't talking about the game where he puts his heart and soul into.
Practice.
Notice Bobby didn't answer the question about the college team.
You guys are talking about practice.
Who's the college team?
You guys are talking about practice, man.
Yeah. Who said that though?
Bobby don't know how to raise up.
Allen Iverson said that.
Ooh, look at you.
See?
Bobby Google fingers.
I'm gonna start talking football with you, man.
I know that one.
Who do you play for college?
Fuck, dude, I don't know. What am I? What am I doing? I'm doing a fucking Andy biography on him? Fuck, I get Michael Jordan.
It was UNC.
Just North Carolina.
I'm gonna forget that by the end.
Come on and raise up.
Where'd AI go?
I pretty much already forgot it, Bobby, so I don't feel bad.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, Bumblebee movie titty card and first look at head. So we got a new Bumblebee billboard, which just shows Bumblebee the movie.
Are people really excited? Like the first look at Bumblebee's head, like it's a movie versus Bumblebee movie. Like,
has anybody seen this head though?
Well, it's in some picture form here. They drew it on the thing, so that's what they're calling the first look at his head, which, whatever, it looks like Bumblebee from the movies. Like he's looked for the last 20 years now.
And that shit comes out next year?
Yes, sir.
Yikes.
It's a wrap though, Bobby. It's done.
So. Oh yeah, they stopped filming.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Please be, please.
If I'm only going to go see that on opening night, if I don't have to work the next day, or if you go with me, Matt.
Okay. Now, when we see John Cena come out, can we go? Dun, 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 dun.
We can, but I won't understand why we're doing it.
Oh, okay.
Because he won't be able to see him.
Oh.
That was a good one. That was pretty good.
I know Froggy Fresh wants some John Cena shit for Christmas.
Yeah, first thing on the list is
a John Cena lunchbox, something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember.
John Cena lunchbox. All right. Transformer news. Also, we got Transformer was not inducted in the Hall of Fame. The ball from 1976 was.
By the way, if you're not a poser, you know him as Krispy Kreme.
So we got, let's see, the Magic 8 Ball, My Little Pony, and Matchbox cars.
Yeah, so none of those won.
Okay.
I don't think actually Magic 8 Ball might have. No, okay. The ones who actually made it in this year are Wiffle Ball, Clue, and Paper Planes. And TFW says we scratch our head exactly what is defined as a toy, because Sand was a nominee, which a toy is defined as something that a child plays with. So
Sand can be played with.
Use your
gets in
imagination,
places.
TFW.
More children play with sand than they do.
It's fair.
Why is Transformer not in the Hall of Fame? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the thing is, like, with any of this stuff, like, when it's inducted into this Hall of Fame, like, who cares?
Do they get
like,
like a special
who
lunch or
cares?
something, or?
Yeah, like, I mean, like, there's some people in this thread I was looking at, like, they're pretty invested in this. They're like, I was watching it, and, like, there were people who had, like, some kind of thing to automatically vote for Matchbox cars and Pez or something like that, and apparently Wiffle Ball was a distant third, and, like, you know, the fact that neither Matchbox cars or Pez made it means, you know, either it was they figured out it was being cheated somehow, or, you know, they didn't care. I'm like, who cares about this in general? You know, like, in general, who cares?
There's some people, there's some fans out there, but you know what? You can get a Masterpiece Ramjet for $149.99.
Is it that low?
Mm-hmm. There's one on eBay right now. Buy it now for $149.99.
Shit, I can get one for $129.
It's probably coming from a scammer. Probably never showed.
Yeah, it could be. It's a possibility. All right. Sorry.
I was gonna say I've seen plenty sell in the cafe for $129 or around that.
Well, that's good.
Man, I keep seeing that fucking Starscream go for like fucking nothing. I'm like, God damn, I'll just hold on to it for now.
I'll take it.
Do you need it?
No, I'm just kidding. Do I need it? Come on. Okay.
I know you need a G1, so don't act like you got them.
I have 3 G1s. They might not have been complete, but I have some G1s. Screw you.
Damn, that was a fucking good Negan impression there. But I have some G1s.
Logan is getting pretty good, I think.
I was just waiting for the tongue across the teeth, you know, like, yeah, close, exactly.
That's right. Hey, Justin, are we going to watch some ice skaters soon?
Sure, Matt.
Okay. All right. Man, I try to make a joke sometimes. It doesn't really just flow out. It's just, you know, it's funny in your head, but then when you spit
I liked the ice skating one.
I liked the picture, but it just doesn't seem to do anything in a audio type context. That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Your wife liked it. I think she thought it was funny.
Oh,
not like that. Whatever. Anyway.
I can attest his wife actually did like it.
His wife is awesome.
I saw it on Facebook.
So we are going to move to third-party news, which everybody's waiting for. Shut up. We got some MMC stuff. We got some reformatted Tetris, Pet and Helix prototypes. So we got some MMC stuff. Oh, it's not responding. Are you serious? Oh, here we go. Did we already see these? Oh, this. Yeah. I'm sorry.
It was going to be last week.
Yeah,
so I don't really know much about these characters. Like I kind of know of them, but I've never really read much with them in it. So like I have no horse in the game for how they look, but I just feel like the designs just feel like old and outdated looking to me.
Yeah.
One looks like Judge Dredd.
Yeah. I'm on board. I'm happy.
What do you mean? I don't know. Does this look like the comic stepped off? You know.
Yeah. My only concern, like with the Helix, I think this is Helix. Helix is the one with the X on his face, right?
X gonna give it to you.
Well, I can't keep him straight. But anyway, the one with the X on his face. I hope that you can widen his leg stance a bit.
Hold on, Bobby. I'll be your fact checker.
Hold on, Bobby.
Because now I feel like Helix might be the blue one.
Yeah,
Hold
do you
on.
see much
I'll
of
be your
a
fact
ankle
checker.
tilt there? I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like the MMC reformatted line is like Hasbro of old style stuff.
Ooh,
but like I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like when Hasbro was good, it was like this stuff, and like it just like outside of that, it doesn't wow me from like where
Helix,
I am now. But it looks fine.
He is not, Bobby.
Yeah, Helix is.
I'm sorry.
Helix
I didn't mean to talk over you, Justin. I apologize. I muted
Helix is the blue one. This is Saurus or Tesaurus, whatever his name is. Thesaurus, I think is his name.
Is it Thesaurus though? Can you look up some words?
He looks up words, tells you like different words to mean the same thing. This is that's my only, like, the leg shape is my only concern. Like, I agree with you, Justin. This does look dated, but like it also it looks really close to the design. It looks more close to the design than I would imagine a toy could look to the design.
I mean,
does that make sense?
It kind of has to, given the scale that they're going with, though, too. Like, I mean, it's really not an MP scaled thing, right? So, yeah.
So you want those legs spread apart?
I want them to be, like, you see how like the thighs look like they're coming one way and then the knees angle in?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. That's
you think that's the rocker? Do you think that's the rocker mechanism?
It better not be.
It might
You
be.
don't want a knee rocker?
No. No.
What about that Galvatron chest?
What?
That Galvatron chest from the AOE?
It doesn't look like it. Oh, from the yeah.
He's got teeth like a vagina.
So he needs those little arms to grab you and feed you into the wood chipper?
Yeah.
He can't use his regular arms?
I think that shit's cool, man. I do.
Why does he need 4 arms though?
I mean, it's not like the other ones aren't like arms. You know what I mean? They're like, it's like cranes.
Like Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
Like, so like while he's feeding you in, he can also punch you?
Yeah. Or punch somebody else.
There you go. And X will give it to you.
Who else?
Look, if you're worried about bad character design, Robert, don't you worry. We're gonna get into some a little later in the show.
Oh, Fanstoys?
Oh, he's knocking Beast Wars.
Oh, is he knocking Beast Wars? No.
Yeah, he's knocking Beast Wars.
Whatever.
Dinobot. Look at that face. All right, speaking of which,
there's the pet.
What about Pet?
Pet looks good.
Looks pretty neat. It looks neato.
Looks like a Ravage in the making.
Or a rabbit.
It is a Ravage. It's confirmed.
That's what I thought.
Or it could be Steeljaw, maybe.
Helix looks great too.
So what's Helix's deal? He has little arms too.
He's got little arms too. What
do they do? Punch you in the titties? What do they
grab,
do?
They grab a hold of you, man. They grab a hold of you, and then he beats you with the other 2 arms like Jax.
No, if those little arms
Jax,
hold
Shiva.
you.
Shiva.
No, if those little arms got a hold of you, you'd be so close to him, he couldn't reach you with those other arms.
Don't you worry about what he
can. They'll milk you like a cow.
You make it like a cow.
Making me cow.
I don't know. Little arms.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it, and I dig it. I think this one looks better than the other one, but I think just bring MMC, please, fucking, let's go. It's time. It's time.
It's time to come to daddy.
It's time.
You know what else is time for? Fanstoys. Man, this hit.
Hey, have you guys heard? Have you guys heard? You may not have heard. Fanstoys is doing Aerialbots.
Get the fuck out.
I know.
What do you mean?
Surprise! I don't want, I wish Fanstoys would just drop shit by surprise, because I feel like I get 30 PMs, emails. Have you seen? I think I may have.
This will be the first time that anybody's talked about it
right.
from everybody.
That's true. That is true. So the big surprise of the evening is you guys never heard of. Breaking news. Matthew, give it to him. Fanstoys. Aerialbots.
Fanstoys.
This looks fucking amazing.
Nah, you can see his dinger in the back from Silverbolt. I don't like that, so I'm out.
Yeah, and those other bots, they're just all blurry. They didn't really work on that sculpt at all.
No, I'm just on this.
Fuck.
Yes, individually they look cool, and if they follow the other Fanstoys, design, they're going to be heavy, right? But this is Fanstoys' first foray into combiners.
That's a fact.
Foray.
And so, are they going to do all included? What do you call that? Integrated, or are they going to go parts forming?
I hope they go parts forming.
So that's going to be their first foray into parts forming combiners, too.
No. I mean, Omega's parts forming, Reflector's parts forming.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, Bobby.
Omega. Bring up the big guns.
Right. Now, I'm fine with his joints, but he's all plastic. Right? Now, assuming these are going to be all, like, heavy Fanstoys figures.
I wouldn't assume that.
You think they're going to be more like... I
would assume this is going to be more plastic. I would assume. Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm optimistic about when it comes to Fanstoys in general. That's a fact. So,
Shocker.
I would think that if this came out at this point, my hope would be that they know their game plan. Like, it's taken them 3 years to do a combiner. I would hope that within that time frame, they got their shit together in terms of how to make that successful. And if they didn't make it successful, ultimately, I'm good with that too, because Zeta has figured it out, and I can go with them for my combine mode.
Right. No, that's the consolation, is that you can always have Zeta in combine mode and keep these guys for your individual bots.
Yep.
Which is true.
Objectively speaking, though, if they... Well, I guess it wouldn't object. I don't know. Whatever. Fuck it. Forget I said that. Just listen to this. Okay. So if they do less diecast and things like that to make the figures work out, but they charge the same amount as they do with the heavy diecast figures, what does that do to the Fanstoys diecast content justification for the price opinions? Like if they charge... What did they charge for Coot? What was Coot? How much was Coot, though?
I don't know.
89, 90, something? No, yeah.
$90.
Yeah, so if they charge the same for a figure with no diecast to make it balance out, and then they charge, like let's just say they economically use diecast, and they use it for a purpose. So, like, the two legs that are intended to be... Well, it's supposed to be Scramble City, right? So they couldn't do that. So if they didn't use diecast, they used a bare minimum of diecast in the limbots for balance, but they charge the same amount. Like, the people that say, "Oh, it's worth it for the diecast," like, I mean, does that lend credence or take away from that claim? Like, I'm not. It's not like
no. I think that lends credence to take away from that claim that if you're paying for diecast, like that's not how. Like, and I know you're not implying this, but that's certainly not how I view it. Like, I'm not like, "Ooh, I'm paying for this."
I am implying. No, I'm just kidding.
You're not paying for any of this, Bobby.
right. But like, I think with any, first of all, like with any company that doesn't have their own factory, the number one thing you're paying for is manufacturing. That's just how it is. So Bad Cube, you're paying for manufacturing. Fanstoys, you're paying for manufacturing. MMC, you're paying for manufacturing. Off top, that's where most of the money is going. Second part of the money is going to design. Third part of the money is going to everything else. And then profit. So
profit.
I think that with this, I would imagine it would be on par with most Fanstoys bots. I would imagine that this would be around... Silverbolt will probably be a little bit more, and the rest will be around $100. I don't know.
I agree because you can justify the difference because you guys boys brought up, Greg too, right? That this is actually a triple changer that combines into a large robot, so that's the offset. You don't get something full of diecast. It's the same weight as their heavier figure. It's the same price as the heavier figures because they're a combiner team.
I think most people are just going to buy anyway because it's Fanstoys.
If this fails though, I think it's egg on their face. It really is.
What is that the combined behind him in that one picture? Is that him? Them combined? Superion?
The silhouette. Yeah.
Big hand. Oh, okay.
So anyway,
finger sticking out of.
Well, I think it's. I don't think it's standing straight up. I think it's kind of like an action shot, man.
See what Bayformers do to you, Matt?
Well, it looks like a witch on his left shoulder, and it looks like a finger.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, go ahead, Justin.
Anyway, so I think one thing about this, I definitely don't think that this is a set that all the parts are integrated. Just like when you look at the bot modes, like it'll be super disproportionate combiner, which the silhouette doesn't seem to imply disproportionate combiners unless that hand is really giant, and Matt's right and we're all wrong. But Silverbolt is like the size of the other jets in robot mode, just slightly taller. Like their head comes to his shoulders. You know, like that's not enough of a core bot to make legs and a torso.
And he's so skinny. You know, the plane, you can see, you're right, the mass isn't there.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I need Matt's opinion on this then. This is one of the few times I agree, or Matt and I agree. Matt, do you think this is like a fucking step up for the bullying? Not only are they stealing Zeta toys and like the designer's idea of doing parts forming combiners, but they're also fucking trying to cut them out. Come on now, Matt.
Oh, that's possible. I mean, yeah, I mean, Fanstoys has always been
bullying.
like that.
Like, this is like next level bullshit.
Now, scroll down to the red.
And hold on, and well, never mind. There was a troll in China last week. Like, I don't know if they got inspiration or not, but
big troll in Little China.
Big troll, Little China.
Well, scroll down to the red.
Shout out to MP Collector
with all 5 jets.
Uh-huh.
Now, obviously, it looks like it's just perspective, but there's the chance Silverbolt really is that much bigger than the other planes.
Are you talking about the silhouette? The fact that the size of
the bottom with the red. All of them are flying up.
They were all flying. It's a red photo, red background. It's the last photo.
He does look bigger than the rest.
Because it looks like the 2 arms are the same size and 2 legs. I don't think it's Scramble City. Are you sure, Greg, that it's Scramble City?
Well, I would assume so. I mean, that's kind of the going thing right now.
They don't have to go that way, though.
Yeah, if I were them, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I wouldn't think that they would do that.
So you think the 2 feet, the 2 legs will have diecast and other ones won't?
Well, if they felt the need to put diecast in, which I don't think they necessarily do.
Hold on.
You know, I think that the way to put diecast in would just make the feet of Superion diecast.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Okay.
I feel like Delon confirmed Scramble City in the TFW thread. I'm looking for it now.
Which
is why I said that.
And Greg made a good point. I mean, how do you justify the pricing? I mean, what do you think the pricing is going to be on these? I mean,
I just told you.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he said he doesn't care because he gets them for free. Because he does their box art.
Like I don't think with any of these figures, diecast is what you're paying for.
Oh, I wasn't listening to you about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like with any company that doesn't have their own factory, the number one thing you're paying for is the manufacturing of the figure.
What about distribution?
I mean, distribution plays a part as well.
Hey, Matt, look at
Yeah.
Look at Silverbolt's face, the chest. You see that smiley face?
Hold on, let me see. Oh, he's got a little U, yeah.
The smiley face.
So I know, is everybody in on these? I know Bobby is.
I'm in.
Robert, you kind of, oh, Justin, you're in, that's good. Robert, or you kind of.
I'm in.
Okay. Greg, are you in?
Yeah.
I'm in on these just because this got announced and no Devastator. So I'm going to buy these just because they helped troll all the people that thought that Devastator picture was a serious announcement.
I mean, it's worth.
And they look really good.
There's so little like homage to Superion. It's worth having 2 sets even.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know.
I'm not getting rid of my Uranus. Definitely.
And my other thing is that
going to be my main Superion in my collection.
Like, I don't think that, like, like the Zeta, I love the Superion. I think it looks fantastic, but I'm not crazy about the bots. You know, like I'm not crazy about like a lot of the toy faces and stuff they decide to go with. And I'm happy that it looks like FT is going with the more tune accurate, you know, for that. So that's my plan for right now is FT for individual bots.
Yep. Oh, but what if the combined mode's beautiful? What do you do then?
I got to choose one or the other. You know, and
excuse me.
It all depends on how it all depends on how they work the scaling. Like, see, because Zeta bots are going to be too big.
This is going to be as big as Omega almost.
I understand that, but it's how they work that.
Oh,
damn.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
So
Bobby.
if you end up wanting 2 sets of this, you're gonna have to fucking actually pay for one. Damn.
No, I'm definitely getting. I mean, what do you mean 2 sets of the Fanstoys one?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing 2 sets.
Hey, Rob.
I'm only doing one.
Hey, Robert. Silverbolt's crotch looks like ET.
Oh boy, I'm sorry, Bobby.
That's a stretch, Matt.
Is it a stretch?
I'm sorry for that.
Okay.
So Bobby. If it really is like, okay, let's say they hit it out of the park though. You know, combined mode and everything, it's solid. Would you get 2 of this then and just like get rid of your Zeta?
No, I like a little variety.
Okay, that's fair.
That's good. I thought there'd be more discussion on this guy, but okay.
And I'm a Zeta fan. Like I'm more a Zeta fan. I feel like than people peg me for. Like I'm hardcore Zeta fan. I'm all in.
I saw that art. I know.
Show us the check stubs, Bobby.
Right.
Man, that backlit clean on Silverbolt, man.
Yeah, it's a nice Silverbolt. It really is. I mean, you'd be a fool not to get this. I think they really fucking did something special here by coming out with these guys. Is it just me? I'm actually annoyed at the there's got to be a middle ground between revealing something a year ahead of time and then waiting until like the last minute and then saying, "Oh, we're coming out with this."
I think it's exciting what it could mean. Like, it's very rare that we see a company only playing one combiner.
Well, I saw something in a post that there are going to be more combiners. They had an S on it.
Right.
So
I think there'll always be companies doing combiners, though. I mean, when you figure that a combiner, you sell one of them and one part of it and impress people, you got them on the hook for, 4 more. Like any company wants to make a combiner,
But I think they also need to worry about getting some shit out.
Well, yeah, apparently they're 6 months behind.
Right.
So, I think Apache's supposed to see release this year, and then everything else early next year, and then we'll start rolling this out.
Is there? Is there 6-shot pushed back too? Like, are both of those for next year, or because I wasn't sure which one was coming first, 6-shot or Springer.
Yeah, according to retailers, they're just 6 months back. That's all I know. But
I'm fine. Aren't you fine with waiting if they put something out that has no issues?
Definitely. But what I'm saying is, at the same time, like I don't need a whole bunch of fucking. I don't need a whole bunch of fucking reveals. Like, just get the shit out.
So I got this question to y'all. I mean, when are y'all done? I mean, when are y'all done with combiners? I mean,
when I have a bot mode and a combined mode of each team that I'm happy with, that's when I'm done.
For me, Matt, it's when I have a scale of combiner that I'm happy with. I think like the MP car size Menasor, like that's okay with me. A bigger Devastator, like the Toy World one, like that was cool. I would want a bigger Superion. Like if I could get a Bruticus that has the onslaught around the size of the MP10 cab, like that's fine with me too, even though the scale on Bruticus is all over the place. So like that's what I'm kind of looking for. But like certainly something like Fanstoys, like if they knock it out of the park, like heck yeah, I'll sell things to get Fanstoys just because I like the company,
Right. Okay.
But like typically speaking, like Toy World could come out and like Zeta, came out with their Bruticus and wasn't in a huge rush to get rid of mine because I like the Warbitron one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think.
You can
You're honest with yourself.
You can
I don't think,
Robert. You don't.
I don't think, and also, I think that none of us will ever be done because this is an addiction. And I think by telling yourself, "Oh, just this one more, it's you're lying to yourself.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest with you, Robert?
No.
Doing all
you
this
can end it right there.
doing all this Ghostbuster things, I've almost been like, I think I might be done with Transformers. It's been close. So.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be done, but I think I'll definitely get to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm in swap out mode.
Mm-hmm.
So if something comes along and blows this out of the water, I'll swap out. Other than that, I'm not. And to be fair, like the Sunsurge Sunstreaker is the first example of that not being a thing.
Well, in all fairness, you haven't handled the Sunstreaker yet, so you really don't know how your heart will react.
That's fair. I'll
it's just
that.
You never know. You don't know.
But I feel like I know. I feel like I know I can look at something and know.
Yeah, for me, I'm definitely swapping out that Sunsurge because he's always bothered me from the beginning. But I mean, that's the thing, is like he's bothered me in my collection.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for something better to replace him. Like when it comes to Mirage, like I see nothing that's gonna come along that makes me be like, well, this MMC one is subpar now. Like it's everything I need in a Mirage. It's gonna be real hard to sway me to switch.
That's another one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I guess we'll move along.
I think Silverbolt is a lot bigger. I think that one photo reveals, they make it look like it's perspective because they sharpen Silverbolt and the other ones are blurry.
But in fairness, Robert, he has to be as the whole forming the whole chest of Superion. He has to.
I don't have a problem with it at all. I like that. I'm cool with that. I mean, it should be bigger anyway as a jet.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna turn into the legs for it though. I think that's gonna be a special piece. That's my guess. So we'll see. Hopefully it turns out to be true.
I hope so too, man. Because I want you to be happy.
I'm always happy.
Are you getting this, Matt?
Yeah, I don't have a Superion, so I don't know. I don't know about the other one for Zeta, but Zeta one looks pretty good. But it is Fanstoys. At the end of the day, they do make a pretty good product. They're hit and miss. I mean, the bad ones are not that bad, and the good ones are really good usually. So.
Yeah, I like the one thing, like since I just picked up the Toy World Devastator, like I don't think another company's coming along that's gonna make me change out my Devastator, with the exception of it being a Fanstoys project that like looks good to me. So I mean, and it has to scale right for me in that case. So I mean, the Toy World one's really, really good. So
yeah. Now, Bobby, let me ask you something. If Fanstoys come out with a Devastator, what would you do with the Toy World one?
As of right now,
yeah,
I'd keep it in combined mode, and Fanstoys would be my bots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just like Superion. Yeah,
but this is Studio Ox combined mode and like G1.
But I'm not going for a super G1 collection. I'm just going for what feels right to me.
All right, that's why you got all those Beast Wars.
Mm.
Okay.
No, I mean in terms of cartoon accuracy. Like Studio Ox is fun.
Yeah, it's true. Okay.
Well, what would you do if Fans Project put out a Beast Wars Dinobot?
I have no idea. I don't even know what that would fucking look like. I can tell you that I'm more interested in DX9's hot rod that turns into a fucking is a cat. Is
the lion.
Yeah.
The lion.
Incest rod.
I'm more interested in that than I am in any Beast Wars figure I have ever seen ever.
If Fans Toys put out a Beast Wars figure,
Fans
would
Toys?
you get it?
No.
Wow.
Would you do the box art for it?
Sponsorship.
I would do the box art for it in a fucking New York Minute. Because my loyalty, like, I'm not loyal to the company. I'm loyal to the characters and who I think does the best representation of the characters.
I don't know about that.
I know.
That's not what's trending online.
Right. But like, I don't give a fuck.
TFW.
I really don't.
That's not what I saw at TMZ.
Right.
What?
So
I get you, Bobby.
I think most of the time, Fanstoys does a better job than every other company making transforming figures on the market, period. But I say that to say this. If they made Beast Wars, I'm sure they'd do it better than everybody else, but it'd just be some shit that I'm not buying.
Word. All right, y'all want to talk about some Skidmarks?
Nope.
Yeah,
yeah. Let's suppose.
It looks kind of bad.
X-Transbots Skids is coming up. I think it looks all right.
Are these final colors spent?
I hope so. They better be, man. That total gray, and he's got the Johnny Number 5 chest.
That's the part that bothers me the most about that Skids. Is the chest just seems so wide.
See, so this is a thing for me where I'm definitely going with this. It doesn't break my X-Transbots rule, and
what's the X-Transbots rule? You have to re-enlighten me.
Don't buy it.
Only when there's no other option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if they're simply the first company to release, so X-Transbots,
wait, you haven't let me
they
finish.
release something where there's no other release, so just buy it.
You haven't let me finish. You haven't let me finish.
Robert's not even using words, just to be fair, Bobby.
Robert I was on the phone with Robert earlier this week. He attacked me for like 30 minutes, and 28 out of those 30 minutes, he wasn't letting me finish my thought before he was attacking me.
That sounds like Robert.
When I finally finished my thought, he was like, "Oh, okay, I get that." So
never happened.
Bullshit. So here we go.
You got a screenshot?
No, because it was on the phone. It was my rule with X-Transbots is only when there's no other option. And the thing with Skids is he's not significant enough of a character where I expect A, anyone else to do him, or B, me giving enough of a fuck about him to want to replace him. So 1 is good enough.
Can I add a C option to that?
Sure.
I don't really know enough about what Skids looks like to know if this is good or bad, so I'm just going to say this is good. Because I don't really remember him outside of IDW.
I don't think he had that stuff on his chest, like the grill. Did he have a grill on his chest?
I mean, whether he did or didn't, you're stuck if you're trying to recreate the car mode. Like, it's going to be there. Like, you can't just make that completely disappear.
Hold on, let me Google that for you.
Yeah, I'm doing it too.
Hey, Bobby,
okay, if you're doing that, I can do it.
I remember the toy didn't have it. I know that.
Bobby, look at the photo. Okay, look at his chest.
Now I'm looking at the photo. Hold on a second.
Does the asymmetry of the chest bother you?
Ooh, it does.
That's bad.
It does. It does bother me, but abandon shit.
Right. Did it bother you when you was talking to Robert that he put his mom on the phone?
No, that didn't bother me.
You know what he did? I was taking a dump, and we called each other, and he put his wife on the phone. So I had to sit there and talk to his wife while I was taking a dump.
You know what?
Called me while he was taking a dump. So Lee called me, and I merged calls.
The solution for that, Matt?
Yes.
Don't answer. In privacy. Don't call anybody.
Don't take any pictures. Don't take any pictures. Don't pick up the phone.
Are we done with the pictures of me taking a dump?
Matt can't take pictures anymore, Bobby?
No, look, it's getting sensitive. I don't give a fuck what you do.
I can't take a picture?
So
I need you to start getting more creative. I feel like I'm
more creative. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see some real shithole.
Like head between the thighs kind of shot.
Like literally see a picture of your butthole.
Like I want to see I want to see a public restroom that I wouldn't even walk into. I'd just turn around and immediately.
Oh, like the strip club we did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
I take that back. He meant shithole in a different context than I did. I apologize.
I could do the other shithole too if you want me to.
But Yeah, where were we at?
So
how when I was attacking you over the phone, and then my mom called.
Oh
and then I merged calls, and you got so uncomfortable. I just knew it. I knew you would be, and it was the best. That was like, it made my day.
So he was like, talk to my mom. He said that on the phone, like, talk to my mom. So I was like, Miss DiGianni, I don't even know if she's married to your father. So that's weird. So at first I just called her Miss a couple times. And then I was like, so Robert has a brother and a sister, correct? And she said yes. And I said, which one's your favorite? And then I got
favorites.
Robert's business card says lawyer, but his trade is making things all fucked up and uncomfortable.
So you're gonna get the skids? Are y'all getting the skids?
Yeah, unless something else is announced between now and when this comes out, I'm in for this.
Yeah, until they put more pictures up and marks up. And, I'm getting
right.
I'm probably in on this one too, but a little bit of I guess facts related to the car, because I was looking it up because I'm like, I know the G1 toy didn't have that asymmetry, and so it's a 80, what year is it? I don't know. Is it 82? Are you sure? No, it's 84. No, Skids was 84, but anyway, he's a Honda City Turbo, and they have a lot of really weird looking cars. Like they're all really small cars. I'm looking at a lot of pictures of them, and the odd thing about the asymmetry here is I can only find one version from 1982 that has that asymmetrical grille in the bumper, like the toy has here. Most of the asymmetry is actually on the one by the right-hand side of that picture's headlight. It's that grille that's not symmetrical because it usually has the turbo logo on there. Yeah. It's really strange. So, most of them have a license plate over the grille at the bottom, but most are not asymmetrical down there. Almost all of them are the above grille. But it's an odd choice because Skids in the comic and as a G1 cartoon or toy didn't look like that at all. So it's a weird decision to add that asymmetry.
Yeah, it's I don't see any reason for it.
I do because I think only because. Shut up. Because in the car mode for the ones that had the asymmetrical grille on the top had the Honda logo, and I think this is just an opportunity they took liberty they took to put an Autobot logo there instead. I mean, that would be my thought. I don't know if that's why they did it, but in chess mode it would be by where the Autobot logo was.
Then give me a little nook, you know.
The center one on his chest there would be some of them had them on the asymmetry on the right side. Most of them actually had the Honda symbol still right in the center of the grill. So it's weird.
I'm just doing a Google image search. That's what I'm going off of.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not most of them. There's some of them that have them in the center, but it's a strange thing because it's not really accurate to the car and it's not accurate to the character. So, MP line, you kind of understand certain concessions need to be made when you're dealing with the actual look of the car, But this is just odd because it's not correct for the look of the car and it's not correct for the cartoon character. It's very strange.
Let me just say this: now that it does not have Justin's stamp of approval, I think this looks like not worthy of a purchase. I'd rather have no Skids than buy this figure.
Yeah, I'm out too. Fuck it. Yeah. Team fucking Justin.
Well, I'm probably still in on it. I mean, I want a Skids, and there's no other Skids, like Bobby said.
Oh, everybody's back in.
Breaking news. I'm back on this.
But I mean, the thing about this that is strange to me is I'm looking at some of the choices, the way the arm folds and stuff, and I see a lot of kind of scary X-Transbots engineering here going on. So I hope that this is on the better end of the Keith spectrum and not the X-Transbots end. So that's what worries me here.
We don't make fun of mental illness on this show, Justin.
My apologies.
Look at those warts on the insides of his lower legs.
Way of saying, what statistics. We don't do that here.
With the second picture here, where are they shopping in the background? I thought I saw some Fanstoys going on in the background there on that bag.
Oh.
I was like, oh, what do we have here?
Yeah.
I don't know, guys.
You out?
Yeah, I mean, so what? This doesn't look good enough to get. Wait, you know someone else will come. There's going to be Skids Wars. They're just the first. I'm surprised TFC didn't show one first.
I do think more are going to come. So, like, I feel like before this is released, something else is going to end up being announced by someone. So, you know, for now, it's like I'll purchase this, but, you know, 2 months from now, who knows?
Right, exactly. That's the thing. It's like, well, okay, Robert, if that's the case and something better comes along, then I will just adjust my pre-order accordingly.
Mm-hmm. Hey, if you build it, they will come.
You don't need to get worked up. It'll be all right.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby, you left your bag on the back. You left your bag on the back of that photo.
What photo?
The Fanstoys bag, by the looks of it.
That's all his box art.
So this is a mini bot, technically. It's in their mini bot series. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it
No, it's not.
Yeah.
He should be a card mode.
So, this is what's weird to me.
But it's not mini.
Well, it is mini. I mean, given the car that it is, it's not the size of any of the other MP cars. Like, Skids is a character that was never classified as a mini bot, but that's because of the 84 toy, you know, like it was not produced by the people who made the mini bots, as far as I'm aware of. Maybe it was. Were they part of the Diaclone line too? I don't know. But yeah, like what's weird about it is, like, when you scale it to MP, if that's what they're trying to do, it is a mini bot, because that Honda City Turbo is smaller than a Honda, you know, like an old 80s Honda Civic that's still driving around in somebody's town that should probably be put out to pasture at this point. But you know how small those are, right?
I got a Honda Civic.
Yeah, an 84 one?
83.
Well, there you go.
Put it out the pasture, Matt. Get it out of here.
Well, I don't have a pasture.
Yes, you do. There's one down there.
You don't go to church?
I saw a bunch of pasture at your house.
Yeah, I'm out here, man.
I know. Weird.
I'm making money now, man.
That's good. So I guess we'll move on to Hasbro news. Y'all's favorite part of the show.
All right, I'll be back.
Most of the stuff, the Power of the Prom stuff, we've already seen. I mean, it's just mostly in-box stuff, so we really don't have to talk about it.
All right, keep moving.
Thank goodness.
The Transformer, we got some new Transformer movie, Voyager stuff. Some news. I guess they're.
Let's just stop lying to ourselves.
I like this stuff, Robert. So, I
just skipped the whole section.
Just skip the whole section from now on.
Well,
just cover masterpieces and be done with it. I mean, seriously.
I went looking for the Power of the Prom stuff today. I didn't find any, but they got new.
You know what's funny, Matt? I was at both Target and Walmart within the last, I'd say the last week or so, and the only things that I can find is the bare minimums, like those last night toys that nobody wanted, the like easy changer things, and like I think the first wave of the Titans Return stuff. That's all that's been in my stores for years now. I feel like not years, but close. So
mine too. But I still go look at it. I still have a little glimmer of hope. Glimmer.
Yep.
They got new Voyager class figures, some movie editions. So I guess they're going to be new molds. I guess I don't know why they're making new molds, but all right, moving along. We got TME Stinger. I'd want this. It'd be very cool to get a Stinger. He's a movie deluxe, and okay. And
like that's gonna scale with your Chug, though, right?
Yeah, it's a movie design. Yeah, I'll say.
Now, why wouldn't they just? Isn't it weird? Don't you think like why not scale it with the MPM movie stuff? Why?
They might later.
Well, we saw this at TFCon, right? It is actually like true deluxe size.
No. This is the one you saw. Are you talking about Dino?
Oh, I thought this was Dino.
No, they're both red cars. I can see how you get confused, but
it's a red mess.
So this one, yeah. We do got images of MP Barricade, which I'm excited about.
This shit looks like trash.
All right.
We should take some time to talk about this.
This looks
I agree.
bad.
This is this does not look up to the standard that Bumblebee set.
I agree. This does not look as good, as accurate, as mature as the Optimus or the Bumblebee.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the toy, mainly.
Yeah, so and as soon as I saw this, I started pulling up pictures of Barricade because I'm like, I don't remember Barricade looking this bad. And
like a kabuki dancer face.
There's a lot different about Barricade in the movie than Barricade here. The police things on this guy are attached to his elbow, and they were kind of shoulder whatevers on the actual movie. So it's weird. It's not accurate to the movie. It's really strange.
I think it's accurate to the toy.
It is accurate to the toy, which is weird because that's are we making masterpiece versions of the toy, or are we making masterpiece versions of a movie character?
Well, I mean, look at his face, though. It's not even his face.
Yeah, and it's so gangly and spindly. It's weird.
Give me your face.
He didn't look like this in the movie. I mean, the proportions, though, like you just said, Justin, the gangly arms. He didn't have arms like this in the movie. He didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So nobody's in on this?
I'm not. I'm out.
Okay.
It's really disappointing. I mean, because I was really impressed with B. Prime was okay, was good, and this looks like a step even further down the rung. You know?
I was actually
trying to tease us down the rung of expectations.
Honestly, I was actually more impressed with Prime than I was with B, but I thought they were both decent attempts at what they were trying to do. This looks like hot trash.
This looks like a deluxe. No offense, Matt.
It's like a deluxe. Oh.
If before,
I like that inflection.
Yeah, that was good. Before the Prime and Bumblebee came out, if you would have said Hasbro's going to take a stab at masterpiece scale figures just for the movie line, this is what I would have expected.
All right, I'm posting pictures in the G3. This is the art for the original movie Barricade. And I saved Revenge of the Fallen, which some people have said, oh, this is Revenge of the Fallen Barricade. But for some reason I didn't save. So there's this.
I'll wait for the unique toys. Fuck this.
Yeah, I don't care about movie stuff, but yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm not in for this. I'm not in enough. I think I was actually, oddly enough, talking to Matt, and
no, you weren't talking to me.
No, I was. I think it was that one time in the last 3 months we've actually talked and shared our feelings and relationship.
It's been so much better though.
Well, you weren't really there on the phone. He was just talking to you, but you weren't on the line.
Well, I was masturbating, so it's fine. So I was in on Movie Masterpiece, but then I started wanting to make I was like, I need Bumblebee and I need Prime because I collect Masterpiece. But then I started thinking about oh man, now I need all these other third-party ones, and I just saw how that shit was gonna go. And
I mean, based on the photo you just posted, I see basically no resemblance.
It's no accuracy. Yeah, the Takara one's a fucking fire chief car, for Christ's sakes. It looks nothing like the movie.
Why would they have this head on him, though? That's why I'm really confused. That's not his fucking head. What were they thinking?
I think the lighting's fucked up on it. I don't know.
That's a fucking...
It's the angle. It's definitely the angle.
Yeah, I can't get both pictures up.
That's a white... That's like a... When did he have a white mask with red paint on it?
Oh, yeah.
That one scene?
Oh, no, this is Juggalo edition. Yeah, this is Barricade in that deleted scene where he couldn't figure out how magnets worked. That's what this is.
There's nothing...
Oh, yeah, that's just jacked.
Yeah.
That's just jacked.
Well, moving on to something that Bobby is really interested in.
Wait. First, Matt. We haven't heard your opinions on this.
I mean, I'll get it because I like Master.
But that's not that ain't the question.
It looks like that. It's gonna look fugly, but I'll still get it.
I know some of the toys had the gold paint on his face, but it just looks to me like he's been eating something and didn't bother wiping his face, and it's just all over his face. It's just really weird looking.
His chest's a little smaller too than
Man,
it should be. I think.
If you think this looks bad, why are you getting? Remember, I asked you this question because I'm going to bring it up here in Dino. I'm going to get another drink before we tackle this Dinobot shit. But if you think it looks bad,
Cab,
why buy it?
I don't know.
I
like the punishment.
Can you see how that's crazy though?
One thing about this is
I get it. I don't
even think that this is the best looking version of the vehicle they've ever done. Take the Human Alliance one. The fact that you have that big crack going down the door where it has to split there. That does not look good. I'll take either the old deluxe toy or the Human Alliance one as a vehicular representation of this character over this. It's just.
Speaking of that, Justin. Speaking of that, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, in this photo, you see this weapon gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
That was not in the movie, right?
No, he did have that
when
blade
he fought
somewhere.
Bumblebee. He fought Bumblebee.
He never whipped out this giant.
I think it was smaller, but it was there.
Right. But this is a gimmick you would expect, an oversized, obnoxious gimmick you would expect to buy, at retail.
Yeah, I wonder how this gimmick actually works. Is it just a separate piece that pegs in place or something? Because I don't see how any of this stuff folds away.
It turns into Frenzy.
It might.
I might not get it. I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
It might.
When this thing didn't have
also
Frenzy.
one of those things that's not present as far as I see.
And that's the MP Frenzy here. You just put that shit on the floor, and they call it Frenzy.
Good enough.
Yeah. When I saw Frenzy wasn't included in this, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Well, this is bullshit.
But I still haven't got my answer from Matt. I
probably won't get it. I mean,
look, and I'm not.
No, I mean, it looks. It does look bad. I mean, it looks really bad.
You peer pressured him, Bobby.
Stop it, Robert. I'm not trying to deter you from buying something that you want to buy.
Oh, I'm not gonna. I mean, I'll buy it if I want.
I'm raising the question of if you were looking at something and you were saying, "I don't like the way this looks, but I'm going to buy it because I like the company." Do you see the problem with that?
Didn't you get Werewolf from Fanstoys?
Did I get what?
Werewolf? You didn't like the way it looked, did you?
Ooh.
Did I get Weird Wolf from Fanstoys? Yeah, but I like the way Weird Wolf looks. I have problems with the figure. Yes.
Okay.
I like the way he looks a lot. I think he knocks it out of the park in the way he looks. There's engineering.
It seems like it's design and engineering.
There's engineering issues, but it has nothing to do with the way the figure looks. The figure looks like a 10 out of 10.
I think I understand where Matt's coming from. It's because you kind of look, I'm even tempted because I want to give it a chance. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and it's just a bad first impression.
You're
and it'll actually
wrong
wow
that
me.
The way it looks?
Right. Yeah. Maybe in hand, it's nice, and it's not actually as bad as it looks in these photos. It's irrational, right? Because this is the only basis I have of these photos. But I'm just trying to. I think I know where Matt's coming from. Matt, is that what you're feeling?
Yeah, I mean, there have been Transformers come out that had bad. Were taking bad pictures of, and then they came out and they were decent, Transformers.
But that's not what Matt's saying.
No, it is. I mean, it's MP.
No,
I mean,
that's what Matt's saying
an MP.
Now. But that's not what Matt's saying from the beginning, Robert. Matt's saying from the beginning, I don't think this looks good, but I like Masterpiece.
Right. I think that's what he is saying, but in his own Matt way. Are you accusing me of coaching the witness?
I've always bought Masterpiece.
I think you're definitely leading the witness.
I bought MP since they came out. Why would I not get an MP, a figure?
Because here's the problem with that, Matt. Is is if you say, look, I'm buying this just because it's MP, even though I think it looks like trash, what you're saying to that company is it doesn't matter what you make, I will buy it. When if you say, look, it looks like trash, so I'm not going to buy it, it sends another message that, look, I'm not going to buy this unless it's up to the standard that I expect from you.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. This is not a good representation of Barricade overall. I think if you wanted the masterpiece, just go with the Human Alliance. It's pretty close.
What is the scuttlebutt on this? Like, how is the reaction? Is it overall positive, or is it overall what the fuck?
My man said scuttlebutt. That's funny.
Let's see.
That's like the first time he's trying out a new word.
Someone says, God, I need it yesterday. Someone else says, remember when nostalgia used to be good.
You dad. You're such a dad now.
I like the fact that people have nostalgia for the first Transformers.
I'm
that
sorry,
makes me feel old.
Let's go back to that. Where is the dad comment in reading what somebody said?
Because you like the dad jokiness of the joke.
I am just going down the forum reading things, Robert.
Yeah,
I laughed. You're a dad, and you like dad jokes now, Justin.
Let's see. The figure does nothing to impress me. Tell me why I'm wrong. And someone says, it's crappily photoshopped with an oversaturated photo. You should wait for better pics. Someone says we need to keep his ideas at bay. That's the joke.
Ooh, clever.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, it just, or at least it doesn't seem like it's just, you know.
Oh, the gold paint on his face is actually the inside of his mouth. So he's smeared whatever he's eating all over his face. So now I definitely see him having paint all over his, or food all over his face.
Oh, that's not, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Let me get another drink before we go to this Dinobot shit. I'm gonna need it. Hold on.
Listen to Bobby hyping shit up.
My stemless glass needs more Cabernet Sauvignon in it. Laura, where's the boxed wine?
I do feel like that is a appropriate impersonation.
You got some crackers too?
Crackers stew.
Crackers stew. Damn.
Matt's living the high life.
Oh, I found that. I found that picture you were talking about, Robert. I think the one that you said you had and you deleted because before anyone else could see it. The was it the white prototype of what you thought was Beast Wars Dinobot?
Huh?
You said you had a picture of the Dinobot toy, and you deleted it because you thought everybody had seen it.
Well, I never saved it. But yeah. But now the colors have come out, so what's the point?
Yeah, I think that was that 3D printed fucking one from a couple years ago.
Are we on Dinobot now? Let's wait for Bubby.
I'm back.
Bobby's already bitching. We haven't even started talking about it.
Look,
I would assume we're on Dinobot.
I know it's going to be me against the world on this, and I'm fine. Well, actually, me and Justin may be against the world on this.
No way!
And I'm fine with
neither
that.
of you have any stake in it.
Justin's not an asshole.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You don't know me very well,
Greg.
Robert.
That's true, Greg, and I'm willing to admit that. But I'm ready to discuss this shit, because I do think there's a lot to talk about here. So go ahead, Matt. Introduce it.
Up next is MP Dinobot.
That is the segue.
Put more into it than that.
All right.
You just accepted your fucking role. God
damn,
Matt. Put more into it.
I don't want Bobby questioning me while I don't get this either.
MP
Be like,
Dinobot,
fuck
MP
you,
Dinobot killed Gator.
Matt, I was only questioning you. I was only questioning you on the barricade on the basis of what you said, not me. Now, if you were like, look, I'm getting this because I think this looks awesome, I'd be like, well, fuck, he thinks it looks awesome. That's just the way it is. I had to question you to say, I'm getting this because it looks like shit. I don't hear people say that often.
Because I get a lot of stuff, man, that looks like shit, but I still
understand,
get it.
I understand that.
I don't know why you would think of any different to getting that piece of shit. I
understand that, but I'm just trying to, every time that situation arises, I try to dive into it a bit. Because I feel like you sold a bunch of Hulks, right?
Well,
I sold my Marvel stuff because I didn't have any room for it.
You love Hulk.
I do.
That's my thing. Is that like and you love the way that some of those Hulks look, but you got rid of that for shit that you don't necessarily like the way it looks. Like that's what I'm trying to get to, and it's not a judgment. It's me trying to understand.
Matt doesn't necessarily like the way it looks, but he loves it. You know,
I love Transformers.
Matt, am I right? He loves it, even though he might not like the way it looks.
I love Han Solo.
You love my shirt collar, but you don't like the way it looks.
But no, I don't love anything about your shirt collar. Your shirt collar looks like the elastic sweatband on a pair of sweatpants of a fat person.
Your shirt collar looks like the first girl I ever got a blowjob from.
What?
But like, what I'm trying to ask is like, I love Han Solo. I love Han Solo. From the time I remember being alive until I was probably in goddamn middle school, I wanted to be Han Solo. But if somebody came out with a Han Solo figure and the head was shaved, I'd be like, I'm not getting that, because that's not fucking Han Solo. And I'm trying to understand the basis for your attachment, for you saying, look, I know this doesn't look like what I like. And yes, do I think that what you like in that regard is silly? Yes, I personally do. But I respect the fact that you like it. But to say it's not even that, it's something else that looks worse, and I'm going to buy it. That's what I'm trying to understand. I don't care what you buy, obviously, but I want to know more about your opinion on it, because I want to know why you want to get it.
What makes Matt tick?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're basically outsmarting Bobby, and he's not comfortable with that, Matthew.
It's not a comfort, but it's a curiosity.
So what do y'all think about Dinobot?
I don't know what makes Matt tick.
I know it makes him talk.
Never mind.
I get you, Matt. I get it.
So Joe KW came over to my house today. He helped me with a lot of stuff. Joe
KW came
That's
over.
like every other day of the week, isn't it? Am I right?
Joey,
It was a Thursday.
Joey, I know you're listening, and thank you very much. I'm very appreciative for your help today.
Again.
And he said something. We were talking about Dinobot, the MP Dinobot, and he said, look, usually I subscribe to your philosophy of if you like it, you win. But in this scenario, if you like it, we lose. This is his quote.
You mean the Barricade?
No, the Dinobot.
Man, that's gonna
No.
That's gonna suck deleting him off my friends list.
I understand that when it comes to Barricade, because it is a step down. I'm not judging the character, judging the what looks like the build and the engineering and the design. Okay. And if you accept something that is lesser, you are now saying we will pay you money, the same money, for less. So they will give you less and charge the same. Dinobot, you might not like it. You don't like Dinobot. You don't like how he looks. You never did. But if you looked at it objectively, like,
no,
wow,
you got to, once again, Robert, you got to give me a chance to finish. But I will get there.
It's a Bobby backpedal. You wait till I make my point.
And then all of a sudden, Jeff Sessions. It's not backpedaling, Robert.
Meeting with the Russians.
When I allow you to make your point after you have not allowed me to make mine.
No. Okay, Jeff. Jeff Sessions.
So his point was, this looks ridiculous. And if you like it and you buy it, you're supporting it. And therefore, you're telling that company corporately, this is what we want.
Joe said this about Dinobot?
Correct.
It looks ridiculous.
Correct.
This doesn't look anything like the fucking Dinobot from the screen. That's what he's saying.
Are you
going to wait?
Are you going to wait for the rest of it? Are you going to wait?
Here we go, Jeff Sessions face. Go on.
Here is the rest of it, and this is what I do agree with him on. Me, I don't care. Takara can make whatever they want, and if it's not G1, it's just money saved for me. I think the Beast Wars designs are fucking stupid. I think this is what happens when you have American designing Transformer aesthetics.
So, were you moving to Canada?
Well, actually,
Hillary?
Actually, to be honest, I did a little reading on this today.
There was some humor in that comment, by the way, Bobby. Don't ruin it.
They're actually Canadian.
Are you done with your point yet?
No, God damn it! If you shut the fuck, you're done. So look, I think they look stupid. I think the character designs are fucking stupid. So therefore, even though this looks in robot mode similar to the representation, I think it looks fucking goddamn stupid. The dinosaur mode doesn't look like the fucking design in the cartoon. It looks similar, and it looks worse, but fine. But that's how I feel about it. I think it's shitty based on a shitty design that people have somehow forgiven, and that's cool. I'm glad they like it, but I'd rather spend $225 on a Jurassic Park maquette.
Okay. Well, the chest does actually look just like the design, and the sides obviously are concession because it's not obviously going to come together in a fully fleshed dinosaur. But
the hips look too wide. If you look at, like, I'm looking at the cartoon image, and the hips on the toy look far too wide. It looks like a fucking elephant.
I'm looking back and forth. Just now, I'm not arguing. I'm just saying I'm looking back and forth right now. I posted those images not to argue, but just to have some points of reference.
Yeah, no. I appreciate it. Because that was
various kvetching.
I think the robot is spot on. I think they made the robot look exactly as stupid as it should.
Oh my God. Okay.
Oh, you can't even give a straight comment. Jesus
are you done with your point yet?
Yes.
Okay. What you've just said in judgment of this toy is premised on opinion.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
But it is, I can state, I believe, within a reasonable degree of certainty, that putting opinion regarding the design and the appearance of the character aside, I think it's objectively accurate to state that this is a masterpiece rendition of Dinobot in terms of paint, engineering, probably articulation, build. It's not a lesser masterpiece.
I don't know, man. I don't
You're
know.
not encouraging
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree on dinosaur mode. I think and I'm not blaming Takara for this. I'm blaming the design. It's like, obviously they were computer designs. They could do whatever the fuck they wanted to. But I just don't think that conceptually these characters are all going to translate well. And I think this is an example of one that doesn't.
Well, I think that is a valid opinion. That's what that is. And many people will have it. I think only Beast Wars fans are going to get this, because Beast Wars really does, like, what's the word? Polarize the collectors, right?
I agree.
People get pissed off at it, and other people, like, love it as much as other people, like, really disparage it because of the design and the way it was and the way it looked, and not the writing.
For anybody listening and for anybody on the cast, like, I legit don't care. Like, I am 100% happy that Beast Wars fans get this. I hope they get a Rhinox and a white tiger and an elephant. Like, I hope they get a
Megazord.
I hope they get them all. I really do. I sincerely do, because I want them to be happy, and I don't really care. But, like, I do I think this thing is painted out the ass. Like, there's things about this that I find impressive from a production standpoint. Of course. I just think this looks stupid.
Now, how do you feel? Look at that last picture I posted. That's the deluxe Dinobot, the actual Dinobot that was released at the time. How do you think this design compares with that one?
Let me go to it real quick.
Okay.
You see, what's funny?
I think this is a far more accurate representation than the deluxe.
Now, hold on. Hush, Robert. Let me talk. How do you feel about this? This is what they actually ripped the robot mode off of. How do you feel about this? This is Friday the 13th, Part 7, Jason Voorhees, and they completely stole that back design. How do you feel about that?
I don't know how I feel about that, but I find it funny.
You know, how much, think of it this way. One thing just came to mind. So much of, like, Bobby, for you, for example, so much of, like, what you collect is based on your connection to a character, right? Mm-hmm. And so perhaps part of you is more forgiving of certain, things that are lacking, if you have a connection to that character and you want a rendition of that character. Now, think of the inverse of that, though. If you do not have a connection with the character, or rather you, like, abhor a certain fiction, you might be, inherently inclined to reject a design because you really reject the fiction.
You know what's funny? I think it's the opposite. I think that I am more critical of the shit that I have a connection to because I have a connection to it, and I am less critical of something I don't have a connection to. The more I look at Greg's pictures, and I'm doing more searches now on my own, I feel like this isn't quite right. But when I saw it initially, I was like,
that's Skids.
I was like, this is perfect. But even the Skids, I've already told you, I don't think the Skids is right, but I think the Skids is right enough. You know why? Because I don't have that big of a connection to Skids. It's the exact same scenario.
No, it's the opposite.
I just don't think they've adapted Terminator 2 1994 technology to toy design yet. They can't make the outside layer of the alt mode form a solid, perfect skin.
So
maybe, but I also feel like I'm gonna let Justin speak. I'm gonna let Justin speak just one.
Just this one time. Just once.
Speak in just 1 second.
Justin Lee.
I think there's one problem that has absolutely nothing to do with manipulating physics, and that is I think he's too broad in robot mode, and I think he's too broad in dinosaur mode.
Mm-hmm.
Justin.
So I was I'm
supposed to be broad.
Right. I'm on your side with this, Bobby. Like, I don't think that this really looks like Dinobot properly to me. And in this case, I think you need to nail the beast mode because arguably more than G1 Transformers, the beast modes are important for Beast Wars because they spent so much of their time in their beast modes because of whatever was going on and, whatever the excuse was that they didn't, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like when I look at Dinobot, like that face on Dinobot, like in the Dinobot mode, looks ridiculous. Like that's not what it looked like at all in the cartoon. Like when did he get that big like cartoonish nose bump? Like the whole from like the eye forward looks completely wrong compared to the cartoon or the animation. In fact, I would go as far to say that the pictures that Greg posted, almost the original toy had a more accurate looking face. Like, it's crazy.
Which mode are you referring to?
The Dino mode.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like that Raptor had a more sleek head than that like bulbous nose, and I agree that the wideness doesn't translate right in the front. Like, obviously, there's only so much you can do with the panels and stuff, but like the one thing that even stood out more than that is, like they're very careful on the angles they're showing this guy, I feel like. And it's because, like, from a side angle, like, the back half of the dinosaur is missing. Like, the back maybe quarter or eighth.
If you click on the link, you can do a 360 view, so they're not hiding it.
Okay, so they're not hiding it now. But in the pictures, they were kind of hiding it. They do have some rear-facing pictures where you can see that the back part of the dinosaur is just not there. And I don't like that. I think it looks ridiculous on the side angle. I don't know. It's just I don't think they nailed the dino mode, and I think in Beast Wars that's super duper important.
Yeah, but like even with MP Cheetor, you had Robit bits sticking out. So I mean, I don't know if I'm being too forgiving, but I mean, how far can you go? What can you expect for something to be a biological animal?
And here's kind of the thing with that though. Like, I think you can make an argument to excuse Cheetor a tiny bit, like when you consider the price that this guy has to go for. Like, he is ridiculously expensive, and I know that he's larger than your average Beast Wars character and all that stuff, but like, that is a huge price tag on this guy for something that has like a lot of glaring oversights. Like, I feel Cheetor is excusable because he was like $100, something like that.
Yep.
So you can kind of, it's good enough for it's a good representation. It's better than what we had. Blah blah blah. You know, I can excuse this, that, and the other thing. But this time, it doesn't seem right.
Okay, but this guy has appears twice the mass of Cheetor.
No, I understand that. I'm not saying that he's not necessarily made up of the parts. I just think he doesn't look like it.
Now, it's funny because this kind of segues into something that happened. Like, I really feel the frustration Greg has talked about for so long, because I pre-ordered this on Amazon Japan, and it was like $193 shipped, give or take, because I didn't calculate the 22,000 yen and change. So whatever it is, but it's like $193 shipped. It's not $250. That's only if you decide to wait until the American retailers get it and you want to pay $250. You know, it's $190.
Well, no, because there's like sales and shit for that.
That's what they're charging now. You can either pay the people that are making it now, or you can wait till the Americans.
It is a deal, though. You have
to
acknowledge. Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a deal for the people that sit around and complain about it online, and then decide once everyone else has one, they want one, and then they complain about having to pay more.
For $100.
No.
Buy now, I'll sell it to you for $80. I'm giving you a deal.
Do you use coupons, Bobby? Do you use coupons?
Sure. And a coupon is
okay.
what?
What's the same?
It's a deal. Do you use coupons or do you use coupons?
I use both.
Do you take advantage of sales?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not announced as a sale.
Look, I'm looking at I got and you can get it for cheaper on Amazon Japan right now.
It's not announced as a sale. There's no limited time offer. There's no limited while stocks last, get it for this price.
Hold on.
Well, it is if you're actually in the know, Robert, but let's not give them ammo.
It's just this is the price.
No, that's not the case. That's not the case. That's not the truth.
It is on. This is the price. Buy it.
Bobby, Robert's a lawyer. Don't confuse him.
Or they're not saying first 500 units get it at this price. They're not saying while supplies last. They're not saying 3-month early.
All right, well, let me ask you a question. Go to Amazon right now. Go to Amazon America. Let's do it this way. Go to Amazon US, but regular.com. Okay. Pull up anything.
Technically, they're not the same company. I found out.
They're
two separate entities.
My point's still
okay.
Yeah, I know where you're going, but just to be.
I don't. So go ahead.
You're not the same.
Okay.
I have an open mind. Go ahead.
All right. So pull up More Than Meets the pull up Lost Light graphic novel volume 1.
Oh, here we go.
Light graphic novel.
You gotta say it in that voice. Lost Light
novel. Bobby's always right.
Say it in the voice that he thinks is funny. Graphic novel.
Okay.
All right, and what does it say?
$11.14.
Well, that's not the retail, Robert.
What are you talking about?
Are they giving us a deal?
This is the price that's being offered.
It is not the retail price of that item. It's not what that item is suggested to be marketed as. Like, if Amazon is in a different pocket, would you agree?
I don't understand.
Would you agree that Amazon can sell shit for a different price than somebody else?
I don't know.
Okay, well, let me break it down for you. That fucking lost. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, he's got a company.
I think he's calling Fanstoys. He's telling on me.
He's pissed.
You better get fucking assassinated.
If I'm selling something now and this is my price, and then a year from now,
Bobby's back.
Look, IDW wants you to sell this at $19.99. I'm looking at it right now. That is what they think this item is worth.
Okay.
Obviously, Amazon can buy enough where they can sell it at a lower price, much like a Walmart or whatever. But that doesn't change the fact that IDW is saying this is what this item should be sold as for everyone to get their fair cut. Amazon is getting a different type of...
You're assuming. You're making a lot of jumps there.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
They're just saying this is the suggested retail price. That's all they're saying.
Okay, so what is the suggested retail price of Dinobot?
$190.
You're out of your goddamn mind. That is incorrect.
That's what they're charging.
Hold on. But what about Ami and Anime Export and Hobby Link Japan and Maikambani and all the other Japanese sites that are able to offer it for that same discounted price?
That's
it's not a discount. You're calling it a discount.
Because
you're assuming it's a discount.
Greg, would you explain it to him? Because I can't say it anymore.
Well, I mean, it's a pre-order discount. But still,
thank you. I didn't see the word discount on the listing.
But at the same time, if you don't take advantage of the pre-order discount and then you turn around and you pay that full price that you're getting charged anywhere else, you're a fool.
No, you're wrong. You're both wrong. You're both wrong.
I agree with Greg. I disagree with Robert.
Excuse me, fucking Amazon Japan has listed... Hold on.
Hey, can we get a
I'm on Hobby Link Japan right now, dude. List price $258.67.
That's what they're charging?
Dude, you are out of your. Are you a crazy person? I think you've really gone crazy. That is what they're charging, Robert, because that is the suggested retail price of it.
Bobby, do you feel like you're in Crazy Town?
I do. I literally feel like I'm in Crazy Town.
Well, you know what's funny about that? The official Takara solicitations, which we saw listed at what, $250 USD after whatever, 2,800. Have you noticed how these sites have inflated that to 30-some thousand yen? I think these sites are living in Crazy Town too. To be honest,
you get a notification from BBTS that they have a new pre-order listing available for MP Dinobot for $250, available in July 2018. You click pre-order, and then you go and look on Amazon Japan, and you can get it for 19,000 yen pre-order listing, which amounts to like $180 something. After shipping, it's $193. Why would you opt for the $250 price and not the $190? Just because you don't want to pay the money now. That's all. You can call it a sale. You can call it a discount.
I'm with you. I'm with you. You're never going to get me in a position where I would say you should pay less when you can. You should pay more when you can pay less. That's not what I'm saying.
You don't have to pay up front.
We're arguing two different things. You're saying that you can be a savvy consumer, and I agree with you. You can be a savvy consumer. But that's a different conversation than what the company has suggested this piece be sold at, which is the context of this specific conversation.
That's your context.
To be fair, apparently they're a little bit more wiggly with their price than companies like Fanstoys, because there's been all sorts of fucking drama about people selling third-party toys under retail price, and that doesn't seem to happen with Takara. So apparently there's a little bit more wiggle room there.
Maybe. I don't know. I bought my MP Hot Rod for underpriced, and so did you, Greg. Holler back.
I almost look at it like 190-ish. 190-ish is the fair price for this product, and once it gets out in the market, the value jumps because the demand will jump. So that's what they're basing their suggested retail market price on. What they project the value to jump to.
Who's making assumptions now?
I'm making a projection, a prognostication.
You're not going to win this, Bobby. He's a lawyer. He's a New York City lawyer.
This is why the world hates lawyers.
What the fuck?
I personally love lawyers.
Man, I went to law school to make my dad proud. I came out of law school. Everyone hates me. That's what I said to my landlord when he was like, I hate renting the lawyers. And I was like, man, I went to law school to make my dad proud. I came out, everyone fucking hates me.
That's a pretty
He's like, all right, you can have the apartment.
Yeah, it's a good line.
Bobby came out, or
no, another
Bobby.
one was
Robert
like,
came
your
out.
credit's not so great. Another one was your credit's not so great at the time, and I was like, well, you know, it's because I pay my rent first. And he's like, good point. All right, you got the apartment.
That's awesome. Also,
Robert came out. He put up a shingle. Fucking, yeah, I know the terminology, you motherfucker. Put up a shingle. He fucking, he made good for himself and his family, and he still gets fucking shit on this podcast.
But
my mom is
for good reason, by the way.
Damn it.
Don't patch her in. I swear to God, if you do, you're done.
I'm gonna
You
patch her
are
in.
fired.
Hold on. I gotta patch my mom in. Hold on, I have to patch my mom in. All right, hold on.
I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee over here back before we get on Hasbro news.
Mom.
Oh my God, he really did it.
All right,
You're
I'll
on
be right
the show.
back.
Say hi to Bobby Skullface.
Hi, how are you, Miss DiGianni?
She can't hear you, Bobby. Bobby said hi. How are you?
This is the most ridiculous show I've been part of.
Hi, Robert D's mom.
Matthew Deluxe Baldwin says hello, Robert D's mom.
He also said hello, Robert D's nuts.
He also said hello, Robert D's nuts.
She giggled.
I know she did.
She just giggled.
She's an old freak, man.
She's in the other room. She called me to not interrupt me. She's watching the kids.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to mute this and see what the emergency is. I'll be right back.
All right.
But Bobby lost the argument.
The hell no.
Is this how court works? He's like, and
Yeah,
so
you lost. We got titanium aloe fall of Cybertron Optimus Prime statue revealed. It looks pretty good.
Right, wait. Before we go on, Matt, all jokes aside, all passion aside, how do you feel about Dinobot?
The robot mode is decent. The Dino mode is a lot of panels, and it looks, it looks kind of true to what it looks like on the cartoon, but that's not to say it's good. That was on the cartoon.
I will point out behind the scenes, Greg has posted a picture of Dinobot's face, and in some shots it does look more like this toy, but I still think that it's I remember it a lot of times looking much different than this one did. So, yeah.
I think the robot mode looks really good. I mean, it's got the bad part. The back, looks really, like Jason from that movie, but.
And memory can be a tricky beast, to be fair.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's got some good accessories. I mean, I'm hoping I can get it for cheaper than $250 because I mean, that, like you said, that is a make or break for this. If it sells well, then they'll come out more. But if this one tanks, then it might take a big hit from them making any more. Which I hope they do. I want them to make Megatron and Waspinator and all that stuff and everything. So, but yeah, I mean, this is a niche for Beast Wars fans. Just your regular. I don't want to say regular Transformer fan, but most people don't like Beast Wars and they won't get this. But robot mode
I don't
really
think
good.
that's true, man. I think there's a really large section of the fandom that loves Beast Wars. I mean, like, a lot.
Well, I didn't say there wasn't a lot of people that like it. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that don't like it too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Beast Wars is probably the most polarizing element of the Transformers fandom.
I actually just had an epiphany while I was downstairs getting a cup of coffee while Robert was having his mother on.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Robert, I've got to get off. So I'll leave on a high note after winning an epic argument with Bobby.
You lost.
And,
Bye, Robert D.
Fuck.
Robert's leaving? Jesus.
Yeah. This sucks, but I gotta get off.
I was gonna berate him after the show for his behavior.
My mom has to go home,
Oh.
so.
But I mean, what?
She doesn't understand that I just let the kids run rampant in the house.
Just let them run rampant then. The show's almost done at this point.
She's lecturing me about how this isn't how you raise children.
Tell her to relax.
I'm like, listen, Bobby Skullface says enough of that shit to me.
Send your mother on her way. Let the kids start running around. We'll see you back in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
See you soon, Robert.
All right, bye.
So I had a little epiphany while I was downstairs getting a beverage.
Okay.
About Dinobot. Or I'm assuming we're still on Dinobot.
Well, yeah, we were talking about Matt's opinion about him. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Well, Matt, I mean, I don't want to interrupt Matt.
No. You haven't.
Well, one thing, I don't think he's worth $250. Sorry.
Where would you price him? If you were to see him, where would you be like, this is a good price for this guy?
Between about 130, 140 would have been a good. I think a good decent price.
I agree.
I think if you paid, and I said this last week, I think if you paid 170 for Soundwave and you paid 100 for the cassettes,
well, that is
then he's on point at that price.
I think I paid 150 for Soundwave.
He does come with a lot of accessories and stuff, and
I was going by what I found on BBTS and like the sites, like what the oldest price I could find was. So it may be cheaper. That being said, my epiphany was, I can see that they make concessions in robot mode alt mode as opposed to robot mode, because Beast Wars wasn't shown in Japan until the 90s or like the 2000s, I think. Like they didn't get it. They got it late and they loved it so much they made exclusive sequels. And in Japan, the Super Robot is the focus. And Takara being a Japanese company, I can see why they would have focused in this particular instance on the robot mode more than the beast mode. But that being said, I mean, there's faults and there's panels and blah 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 blah. But I don't think the beast mode looks too terrible, not compared to the other two. But that's just.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes one of the modes has to suffer. And I think like I said, I don't think the Dino mode is terrible, but I think the robot mode is a whole lot better, and that's what he'll be in probably is robot mode.
Those colors on that, I mean, it's just like the other two. Like those colors are fucking spot on. Like the paint choices that they did for Cheetor and Optimus Primal, like that's spot on. Yeah. I'll give them a shot, and if I don't like them, I'll sell them, and I can probably sell them for a fucking profit. Let's be honest. I'm the Ferengi of Shattercast and Cut.
But I would say I was on TKO's podcast talking about it a little bit, and the one thing
some would brag.
Right, not me. The one thing I do want to reiterate is that like if you're a Beast Wars fan, like now's the time to put up or shut up.
That's true. Yeah, people have been whining about getting stuff. If you don't buy it, then stop your bitching about stuff, I guess. But anyway, we got a couple statues. This Cybertron Optimus Prime looks pretty fucking sweet. It's something I can't get, but it looks really fucking nice. Jesus.
My only complaint with this is the tone of the color on the highlighted energy parts, like the chest.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little muted, but
this looks good.
Yeah, this looks really good. Yeah. I would buy it if I had disposable income.
Holy shit! It comes up to the crotch. It's a big boy.
It's beautiful, man.
Look nice if it transformed too.
God damn, that shit looks good.
How much does this thing cost?
See, but this is the thing. Like, let me, and obviously it doesn't transform, Justin. I get that, but like, would you say that the Planet X one looks better than the Hasbro one?
I don't remember it, but probably.
And would you say that this one looks better than the Planet X one?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it looks awesome.
Right.
I can see why someone would be interested in a statue of this, but like, I mean, to me, it's like you'd be into a statue of a type of thing if this is like if that's like if you have collections of statues from your favorite things, then I could see why you'd be in on this versus an actual transforming toy of it.
Sure. Mm-hmm. But like, I just feel like me, right? Like, I love War for Cybertron. Like, it got me back into collecting. But like, I don't want to collect a whole line of toys. Like I don't think the designs are that great. You know what I mean? But like, I could see myself getting something like this just to kind of commemorate. I mean, obviously, I just fucking pre-ordered that Wonder Woman. I can't be fucking around.
You say that now, yeah, you'll be in on it soon.
Right. But like, I can just see I can see this being like a good one-off thing. You know, like if you were just like, look, man, like War for Cybertron is cool, I like it, but I don't want a whole fucking, I don't need all the Dinobots and the fucking Insecticons and the goddamn Trypticon. But like a Prime will do it.
How about the Tryptophan?
Or a Tryptophan.
It's only $875 and it's limited to the $399. So.
It's huge. It's huge.
Yeah, it's 30 inches. 23 by 14 by 30.
Well, that you can't afford not to buy this.
That's true. Do they got a payment plan like a Hot Toys?
If Sideshow carries it, they do.
Nice.
If it involves remortgaging your house, they do.
Yeah.
And we got one more. It's a ThinkGeek Ultra Magnets exclusive. Let's see how good this looks.
Shout out to ThinkGeek.
It's the 3A thing. So it's either you like the style or you don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you guys have 3A stores near you?
No.
At the mall? Yeah, I don't either, but they have them apparently in fucking Fort Wayne, Indiana.
No kidding.
And in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Get the Raleigh, North Carolina.
Road trip? He does the Iron Man pose.
Sorry. We order a lot of Christmas gifts from their website. Like Star Wars stuff, because everybody at work's a Star Wars fan at this point. So we pared it down, and now all of our employees are Star Wars fans, except the one that's an obvious liar. But we know her. We know her game.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so we get all our Christmas gifts for work from ThinkGeek.com, but we don't have a store here either. So.
Okay, we're done with the news.
Wait. Justin, you want to say about this?
You know what? I think it was, I couldn't remember what I was going to say, but it was because Matt said he can do the Iron Man pose. That's kind of one of the things that 3A is kind of known for, is that they make super posable toys. So, stylized, but pretty posable.
Cool. Well, I'm going to say this. I do find, like, if we just look through these pictures, right? Mm-hmm. I do find it funny that, like, there's not a whole lot of posing going on in a standing position. Like, there's a lot of kneeling and stuff, but the standing position seems a little restricted. I feel like, just from these pictures. I could be way wrong about, the actual product. Could be the guy posing them, etc. But
it's true. So I want to read. Do you want me to read MP Collector's question, or?
Yeah, do you want to do it?
We got quite a few. You
want to take the honors?
You can do it.
Go ahead, go for it.
What the fuck? Matt gets to read the question?
Let me put my glasses on.
Oh my god.
Dear Shadcast crew, now that you have your 200th episode behind you, I was wondering what you guys view as your next big milestone. Do you envision doing something special to mark every additional 100th episode? And speaking of milestones, you are not too far away from 1,000 subscribers. Will it be a big deal for you guys when you hit 1,000, or is 1,000 just another number on your climb? Are there any other milestones you guys are tracking? And MP Collector, thank you very much, as always.
For me, it's not about the subscribers. Like, if we start doing 1,000 views a week, like that would mean something to me. I'm more interested in the people listening rather than the people, because you can subscribe and then not listen, and that doesn't mean anything to me. But I'm more interested when we start getting to a point like our show does, I think, better than we expected to do. Where we do 600-700 a week on YouTube. That's 600. Like, listening
that's 1,000. By the way.
Right. Listening to a podcast on YouTube is it exhausts me even thinking about it, and 600 or 700 people doing that is a big deal. Plus the iTunes number.
1,000.
Right. So it's
600 or 700,000. We just didn't want. We wanted to be modest,
We just gotta figure out a way to monetize this bitch, and we'll be good to go.
1,000.
But I think that the other thing is that I think we'll probably do every 100th episode, try to do something special, but
I don't know. I think we should do one for 365, so you can, one a day.
One a day. That's fair. Deal. That's fair. I'm with it.
Should do it every 50, but whatever.
But I don't get caught up in the numbers, man. I think that if you're passionate about what you're doing and you make a conscious effort to make that shit good, the numbers will come.
I concur. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, good.
No, I concur with Bobby. Like, I've never watched the numbers. Like, that's never been an interest to me. Like, I don't care if we have 5 subscribers or fucking 150,000. Like, we're still gonna do it.
Yep.
Like, I don't think at this point any of us are gonna give up on it.
Nope.
And it's really like an arbitrary way of looking at our progress as a podcast, like to look at numbers. Like I mean, I think the actual results have shown themselves. Like the listener feedback and the people we've met, the people that talk about us, like things like that, like the comments we get. I mean, that really shows more than numbers on a count, and that's why I don't give a fuck about any of that shit.
Agreed.
So that's just me.
Nope, I'm 100%.
And Bobby agrees. So that's that. So don't subscribe. Fuck it. Leave us a review though.
Yeah.
On
Hey,
pushing that shit.
Speaking of which, and I'm not trying to cut everybody off. I want to hear from Justin. I want to hear from Matt. But I've been saving these. We did get 2 new reviews.
We did?
Yep. One is from. Actually, Greg, you'll be excited to hear this. One is from the first mutant himself, in Sabah Noor, who says, "These guys are fantastic. 5 stars. I've been watching Bobby's reviews since February this year and slowly gotten into more things he does, discovered Nerd Rage, Shattercast. These guys are all knowledgeable, all funny, and a delight to listen to each week. I love you guys."
Well, shout out to Apocalypse. Try not to pick this reality to pull that shit in. But other than that, like, thanks for the review. That's cool. But yeah, don't enslave us,
please.
Yeah,
and then the next one is from Rogue War. Good dude. I met him at TFCon. He said, "My Friday morning commute with Shattercast Uncut is the true start to my weekend. It's like having your first drink at a really great party. You know your friends will be there, greeting you with smiles, laughs, jokes, and stimulating conversations. These guys definitely know their way around a bagel." BEGAL. These are an awesome group of guys who bring with them their own unique opinions and views about upcoming Transformer releases, news, rumors, their own collecting habits and collections, and pretty much everything else Transformer related. They have a style which is smart, insightful, entertaining, and hilarious. Shattercast Uncut is much more than a podcast. It's great friends having a great time. I can't thank them enough for their efforts and hard work to make this happen. Can't wait till next Friday.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's a great day.
So I just want to throw this out here, since next Friday is Black Friday and the editing would be done on Thanksgiving. Next week, yeah, you only have to wait until Thursday morning, because there's not a chance that I'm gonna be doing it on Thursday. So.
Are you going Black Friday shopping?
No, but I am gonna go and do Thanksgiving things. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I know that, but that's actually not do.
So Justin, what are your thoughts about milestones and such?
Like, it's fine. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me, to be completely honest. Yeah, it's fine, right? So, it's cool because we made 200, and I think like, every year to me feels like a bigger milestone than any episode number. But like in the end, it's like, it's just another number. Like. Yeah, I don't know. It's like Greg said, like, we're all just having fun, having a good time doing it. It doesn't really matter about the subscribers or what episode number we're on. It's just us having a good time. And if it's no longer fun and it's all work, then guess what? I'm not doing anymore.
Right.
So.
Right. Matt.
I'm just happy we made it to the 2nd episode, man.
That is true.
I mean, I'm more like, with the 200th episode, I'm happy that we've made that, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more, and I'm looking forward to it. I do like the subscriber thing. That's pretty cool. If we get 1,000, that's cool. But like Bobby said, and Greg said it perfect too. What he said was on point. Was when we start getting 1,000, if we start getting 1,000 views, and all that stuff and everything, that would be awesome, and everything. So, but I love whoever subscribes to us. I really we all appreciate it, but it's just numbers. But yeah, the first number is it means a lot more that we've had 200 episodes, and or 201 now. So it's pretty cool.
We had without giving away too much information, and we won't give away too much information because people like their privacy, and we understand and respect that. But we had a very nice message via Facebook sent to us this week.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That we definitely appreciated, and that individual knows who that individual is.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Matt. Next question.
Y'all want to read some more questions?
Maybe one more. What time did we start? Where are we at time-wise?
We started at about
2 hours.
45, and we're at 10:27. So we're at 3 hours.
No, the recording is 2:49 right now. So
all right.
take about 30 minutes out of it probably because of being on before we start.
All right.
So.
Is there a quick one, Matt, or a decent?
We got one from. It's a long one, but it's from Manila Chris.
I don't think that's a quick one.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we have a quick one? Yes, we have a long one.
Sorry. Rudy asks, is there any Shattered Uncut shirts available?
We have shirts available. We have a few sizes left, and we can always order more. But you have to tell us what size you're interested in for us to order that size. It won't happen without you letting us know.
Maybe this one from Mike Beckham. Most wanted third-party Transformer figures. Your first third-party purchase, and your best, most regretful third-party purchase.
Ooh. All right. Let me try to. I gotta do those step by step. This is a good one to end on. Let me try to find that one. Put your cursor on it, Matt.
Oh, sorry. That's the last one down there, Mike.
Okay. Most wanted third-party Transformer figures. So, Joe and I actually had a conversation today about what's left. So I'm gonna say, you know what I want right now, because I kind of have hope and I'm kind of content that everything else is coming. I want a third-party Masterpiece scale clones Autobot and Decepticon.
Nice, good pick.
The X2 ones don't do it for you, Bobby?
No. I mean, like I have. You know, they're still down there.
Mine
they're still
too.
standing strong. Yep. But if they were to make some proper Masterpiece scale ones, they'd be gone.
I don't know if I'd say they're standing strong. They're standing.
Mine are kicking it like a champ. My first third-party purchase, I think, was either a Fans Project Insecticon or an iGear Minibot, like Huffer or one of them. I can't remember. And my best third-party purchase is probably... I don't know. That's a hard one. There's so many. When it comes to mine, MMC Sphinx, Fanstoys Galvatron, Fanstoys Omega, Toy World Devi, like those are the things that pop out to me immediately.
Fanstoys Shockwave.
And my most regretful third-party purchase, probably the TFC Seacons. Just because, not that they're bad, but by this point, I should have known better.
The Seacons, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't ever finish that set.
You knew better.
Greg, why don't you go? You go next, Greg. What's your... You got an answer?
A third-party disappointment?
Well, your most wanted third-party figure you want?
I'm sorry. I wasn't looking. Most wanted third-party figure, probably at this point, the Superion. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Your first third-party purchase.
Oh, first ever. Definitely that I was super excited about. Hold on, let me read. I'm sorry. The first thing I ever bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, some horrible fucking iGear bullshit. Terrible.
I think mine was iGear also. I really do.
That was the first thing I ever bought.
Your best and most regretful third-party purchase.
My best was probably the Fanstoys Shockwave at the time, and my biggest regret was probably the War for Cybertron Bruticus, whatever that onslaught was. That was no, like the third party, like whatever that bot was. Like that's like the first thing I ever said. Hey, I'm sending this back. This is just bad.
Justin?
I don't know. It's a good question. The most wanted third-party figures. I don't know. I guess I want a Cliff Jumper real bad. No, you know what I really want? I want a Masterpiece scaled Defensor. Like, I know you can't make them all properly scaled, but like I want at least Hotspot to be appropriately scaled to MP10, and then try to do the rest as close to, if you can make or Streetwise like MP car sized, and like everybody else can kind of follow suit because they have to. Like, I'm okay with that. I want that. I really want that. My first third-party purchase was actually the Fans Project Shadow Commander, just the Nemesis Prime version of the Ultra Magnets armor. The best third-party purchase, that's hard to say. I mean, there's so many decent things I've got. But I probably have to throw it to one of the Fans Project Dinos, because it's just like one of the things that was probably like my favorite, like one of the third-party things that I looked forward to getting the most to complete a set of Dinobots, Yeah. Regretful. I don't know. This one's hard. Because I have some things that suck, but like I knew they sucked going into it, and like I have some things that suck, like those X2 clones, but I got them for like a really discounted price, so like they don't suck for like $40, but they would suck at like $100, like they were.
Right.
But probably, the one that I think jumps to mind that like it was like one of my first reviews too, I think, is the what the heck's the name of that company that I always... Impossible Toys. They're RC. Like, I tried so hard to love that thing. Like, it was like one of my first reviews. I think I've taken it down now. I don't even remember. But it's like, oh, yeah, it's good. And then I'm like, this thing's a piece of shit. Like, who am I kidding? Like...
Right.
This is terrible. And it was like the infancy of third-party toys. So, it was like you wanted to love it, but really, in your heart, you knew it wasn't very good.
Okay. And I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
The most wanted third-party Transformer figure I want, Skylinks. I love them to make a Skylinks. Somebody. Don't care. My first was I think it was the Ultra Magnets armor from Fans Project.
Mm-hmm.
So I started at the beginning.
Fans Project.
Damn right. My best... I mean, there's so many. Recently, Galaxy Meteor was probably one of my best purchases. So and the regretful. I hate that Toy World Megatron, the deluxe one. I forgot the name. It was with the Orion, I think, with the Optimus Prime. And
Hegemon.
Yeah, that thing looks fugly as fuck.
That's kind of a classic, man.
Yeah, dude, that thing's... Yeah, that's dated. Like, to have an opinion like that on. When'd you get it? Did you get that last release of it?
Last week.
Yeah.
I got it a while back, but I just every time I look at it, I'm just like, ugh.
Dude, I love that thing. Like, that was like, that's in my top 5. No, I'm just saying, like, that's my top 5 third-party purchases overall.
Yeah, it's interesting to have that opinion. Like, I mean, you're certainly entitled to it, and you're not wrong if you don't like it. Well, no, I mean,
guess I'm not.
It's an interesting. It's interesting to have that opinion, because maybe it is, like Greg said, like at its time, it's amazing, and maybe from what, I mean, I remember it being pretty decent, but like it's a classic scale thing, so like I probably wouldn't even bat an eye at it if Hegemon came out now, I'd be like, like, so it's interesting, like it's not wrong to dislike it.
Well, I need to change my answer. Hold on.
It's a bitchamon.
It's been a rough night for mad opinions.
Yeah, I don't think I should probably have an opinion moving forward. So I'll just be quiet for the rest of the time. Anyway, thank you, Mike. That was cool. We have a lot of questions. I know we had them from the last time I put out a Facebook thing. I apologize. It's been busy,
And not only that, but that's why we ask. so that we can store up a bank of them and kind of answer them as time permits and have them have a cache of them.
Yeah, but we do have them. We're not ignoring y'all or anything like that. But we do have them. So we'll get to them. When we have we had a lot of news to catch up with. So
hey, Bobby, what if we have a cache of them?
Ooh, I like a cache. It makes me think of 100 bullets.
What if we?
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the lab, and I'll come back.
What about an attaché?
Well, I was gonna make a Call of Duty joke, but I don't know how many of you guys have actually played Call of Duty.
I haven't played the new one.
Sachet.
We can get a what do they call them? We call them the loot crates. What do they get? Little drop boxes.
Oh yeah.
Questions? Yeah.
That's a hot topic.
We're out there on the field. We're getting shot at over our heads. Can't breathe, or our palms are sweaty, or knees are
spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti, and then all of a sudden we get a loot crate of questions.
Yeah.
Once again, we want to thank y'all, everybody. We do have shirts available, and we will have new merch available hopefully sometime soon. I don't know what we're going to do yet, but we're going to do something. So
I'm getting a hockey jersey. I don't know about y'all.
Or a hockey jersey. But I think we may be doing some sweatshirts or something, or no? Alrighty, just edit that.
I mean, we have we have some sweatshirt options available if you're interested.
Am I just talking on my ass? I'm done. I'm done. Good night, folks.
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Edges Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Bolters, Nerd Rage Radio, 8 Weeks,
and my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse,
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. The sole purpose is entertainment. If it doesn't fit for your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now.
Shut the fuck up, Chip!